barakatuh. Welcome to our live Hajj seminar 2016. We would like to give you a warm welcome to our headquarters of Noori Travels from Peterborough, and this seminar is live. Inshallah, there are many things that we would be covering in this Hajj seminar. The time, obviously, as we promised, 6 o'clock, so we're starting sharp at 6 p.m. And inshallah, the Hajj seminar will carry on for as long as it takes till we cover all the points. The timings that we said are from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. inshallah. So it's just, we'll have a quick introduction to start off with, and then later on we'll take things moving them forward as people will join us as well. I guess some people have not joined us yet, so some people are joining us, maybe they're a minute or 5 minutes late, so we'll give them a couple of minutes to take them time and come and join us. We would just like to say that the links are on our Facebook and WhatsApp group that we've made for Hajj 2016. You can see those links on our group. We've already put them up. If you're having problems logging into Facebook, maybe you don't have a Facebook account, then you're more than welcome to log into the YouTube, where you don't need an account and you can straight away click onto the link. Maybe you're sitting on your sofas, or on your tellies, your mobile phones, or your laptops, or your iPads, or even your mobile phone. So the whole purpose of this was to give you the comfort and your own time and space to sit at home and listen to us live from your own comfort zone, rather than making all the journey to Peterborough. We normally don't tend to have seminars. We had the first seminar in 2014, but then we realised, because we have people from all over the UK, from Scotland, from Glasgow, Bristol, it's a bit difficult making the long journey down. So it becomes a waste of energy for us as well to organise all the seminars as well. So this is why we've introduced this live Hajj seminar. And obviously, if you're not visiting us or you can't view us live on air now at the moment, later on, whenever you have some time, spare time, you'll be able to view us on back again as well. And all these videos will be put back on YouTube and Facebook as well. Inshallah, we'll try to put this on the main points on WhatsApp as well, on our group. But I think because of the sheer size that we'll have, it will be difficult for us to put that on Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp as well, sorry. So inshallah, we'll start the seminar. If the questions are not going to get answered, or you may not get a time as you're not watching us live, then obviously we have that facility of WhatsApp, where we're near enough answer questions up till late in the evening as well, and because we're coming closer to flying out as well. So inshallah, if you still have issues, you can give us a call, and then we'll be more than happy to help you out on them as well. So inshallah, we'll start off with Quran Pak Tilawat, inshallah, and then we'll take things from there. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والضحى والليل إذا سجى. ما ودعك ربك وما قلى. وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى. ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى. ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى. ووجدك ضالا فهدى. ووجدك عائدا فأغنى. فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. وأما السائل فلا تنهر. وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. آمنت بالله صدق الله العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We would like to welcome officially to our Hajj seminar, which we are running through YouTube and Facebook. I've just I can see that we've had a little glitch onto the YouTube link as well. But alhamdulillah, we're back up and running as well. And do expect these glitches to come along, but we'll try our best to keep these links going up and running as well. It's due to the amount of people who may be tuned in to us as well. However, inshallah Aziz, I don't think we'll have an issue now. So we'll officially, inshallah Aziz, would like to welcome you to the Hajj seminar. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. This is a big opportunity. It's a big honor for us, for you, and for us as well. That Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed all of us who are watching right now, and people who are all traveling, to once again allowed us to visit his holy places. Alhamdulillah. So this is a great honor. It's an honor that us as a human being don't realize how big of an honor this is, that we are going to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are going to his holy places, and Allah has invited us. You know, this is what we need to realize and tell it sink in, and it should never sink into yourself that, you know, where we are going to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's house. He has invited us from billions of Muslims. He has just invited us. I mean, for the time being, I will just focus on 124 of us. So just to let you know that there's, inshallah Aziz, 124 of us traveling on the 3rd of September with this Hajj group. So he has chosen you. And let me tell you how proud you should feel, because even now within our group, there's one person I will talk about that he has his Hajj visa, it's stamped, but he has some family problems and he's not being able to fly out, and he's cancelling his trip with us. So it's a great honor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us and make it easy for us to complete this journey. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us complete this journey. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to fulfill every single step, all the arkan of Hajj, with nice and easy. You know, it's a difficult journey that we're going on. You've got to remember that we are not going on a holiday. This is a journey. And when you plan any sort of journey, be it on holiday or you're going in your car to meet your relatives, every journey or holiday has experiences, and you're going to experience good and bad. There are less goods that you're going to experience, but you're going to experience more bad as well. So we need to mentally prepare ourselves, get ourselves ready that we are going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And once we're going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not an easy job. And we're also going to complete a pillar of our religion. Some of the, I guess about 80 to 90% of the people who are traveling with us, it's their first time that we are going on a Hajj. And after maybe 30 years and 40 years, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, since we are born, or maybe 40 years or 50 years of our age, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us this opportunity to go please him, is allowing us to come to his holy lands and ask for forgiveness, is allowing us out of the billions to give us this opportunity to see him, see his house, and praise the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam said, is when you have, you know, made yourself so bad, when you've given yourself so much bad, you know, when you've hurt yourself, come visit my grave. Inshallah ta'ala, I would I would give you forgiveness. I would pray for your forgiveness. So inshallah, we are inshallah going to see the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam as well. We're going to visit his grave as well. We are going to visit Hazrat Sayyidina Amir Hamza radiallahu ta'ala's grave as well. It's a big honor. I mean, I could sit here and talk about this for another 2 hours or 3 hours. There is, I'm sure you've done some personal readings of this as well, that what a great honor it is for us that we are going to do. And this journey is such an amazing journey. It's a journey that you would not forget for the rest of your life. The introduction with is that we're a travel agent based obviously in Peterborough, and we have offices around London, in Mayfair and Manchester. We're a family-based travel agent. It's a family-run business, and the whole purpose of when you're flying with us, the 124 people are joining us. We are going to be spending day and night together. We are traveling together. We will be losing patience together. We will be enjoying ourselves together. We will be praying together. So when we are taking you on board, we are not seeing you as a Hujjaj. We are seeing you as part of our family. And I would like everyone else sitting at home listening to me, even be it you're going with Noori Travels, the rest of the people who you see, there might be different people on the plane, help one another. This is the main purpose of Hajj. We are going to change ourselves. This is why we are flying out. It's not just we're going to complete Hajj. Hajj is just a pillar that we are going to complete. It's farz upon us. It's farz on every Muslim. If you've got the opportunity, the time and the money, you should go and fly and do Hajj. And this is what we're going for, but there's some results. When you're going to work, when you work in our daily lives, we go to work, we achieve something. The achievement we have is monetary achievements. We come back with some money at the end of the month. This money helps us, feed our families, feed our basic necessities. Same way with Hajj. We are going for Hajj. Yes, we've paid £4,000, £5,000 or £6,000, whatever package you're going with. You've spent money, but let me tell you this, with Hajj, it's not about money. Hajj is not about if you've got the financial statement or if you've got the financial backing to do Hajj. I believe in this, and you should believe in this. Money is just one thing. The Hajj package that we've organized for you is just one thing. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting you. This is the best thing that could happen in your life. This is the best thing that could ever happen in your life. And believe me, you're sitting there listening to me and thinking, what is the change you're going to have? This is the change. The change starts from today. Inshallah, this is when you will travel, when you will get to Makkah, and when you will see the atmosphere, when you see all the brotherhood, when you will see Muslims, when you see millions of Muslims around you, your blood will rush through you. When you will lay the first eye on the Kaaba, you will see that it's an amazing feeling. And I tell you this now, this first sight that you will lay onto the Kaaba, there is no explanation on how you feel. I can say this to you now. You need to give me your feelings when you will see the Kaaba, but trust me, when you will lay your first eyesight on the Kaaba, this eyesight and this feeling is not describable. It's something that will rip you from inside. And this is where I think, we being a Muslim, we're just Muslims, and we don't see this physical spiritualness. We've never experienced it because we pray and that's it. We're just moving our physical body, but the spiritualness that you will experience in Makkah, inside Haram, is not explainable. Again, the journey is amazing. Alhamdulillah, we had every year we have this Facebook group, and people who traveled with us in 2015, they had an amazing journey, and even till today we are still we stay in contact with our Hajj from 2015 and 2014, and it's just like a family, as I mentioned. So inshallah, it's a great honor for us that we are traveling with you as well, because we are serving you, and we are not serving you. You have a big status in you. You are the Hujjaj. You are the guest of Allah, and we are proud. We are seriously proud to be serving you guys. And inshallah, you will see as time goes along, when you are going to start traveling with us, you will see how amazing of a journey this is. So I would like to personally thank you on behalf of all the team, all the staff who have made that trust, and they've trusted us to book their Hajj packages with us. Alhamdulillah, we have made, we work hard in the background, very hard, to make sure that your journey with us is as smooth as possible. But let me remind you, this is Hajj. You will not have a smooth journey, be it you're on a 5-star package, be it you're on a 1-star package, or be it you're going by helicopter. Hajj, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive you this easily. After Hajj, they say when you've visited Arafat, that you are you are as if there is no bad sins in you. You are as if you're just born today after you've been into Arafat. So, I mean, inshallah, Allah will forgive you. And say we have 40 years or 50 years of bad deeds on us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive us, inshallah. But asking for forgiveness is not easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test us in every step. I mean, some people have already started being tested from home. Some people will be tested at the Heathrow airport. Some people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test at the Hajj terminal, somewhere in Umrah, somewhere in Hajj. But let me remind you, every single person will go through this struggle. No matter how, what you're doing, where you're going from, you will have a hiccup in your Hajj journey. Maybe it might be from us, but it be personal. Maybe it might be from your family. So people will go through a struggle. I think personally, going Hajj for the past 6 to 7 years, Hajj is just about struggle. Hajj is about patience. Yes, you need your physical strength. Yes, mentally you need the strength as well. But if you don't have the physical and the mental strength, you would have a couple of problems as well. So you definitely will have a lot of problems going through you as well. Please just make sure that you have with us and stay with us, and we will stay tuned as well. Inshallah, if you have any problems, any questions, you are more than welcome to question us as well. With anywhere we would go. As I mentioned, introduction wise, this was a bit of an introduction to what we do and how many people are flying. There are about 124 people flying in this group with us, and inshallah Aziz, we will have these things go with us. Coming on to the next one, I would like to personally thank all my staff, especially Amir Abbas, Kamran and Mohsin and Hafiz, to put all the package together. Let me tell you, it's a tirelessly and extensive job, because we have to individually explain all the package to every single person. It's not an easy job, and I guess there's 124 of us, and it's very difficult to please every single person, because everyone has individual needs. And inshallah we will try our best to make sure that we provide you the best possible and smooth journey as possible. If people have questions, they are more than welcome to start typing onto our group or onto the WhatsApp, onto the Facebook group or the YouTube link, and inshallah we'll answer them right at the end. But I guess once this seminar comes to an end, we would thoroughly go through all the package details, the meter process at the Hajj Heathrow terminal, what will happen with us at the Hajj terminal, how we're going to do Umrah, the brief Hajj description I would go into. The reason we're not going into detail regarding Hajj is because it's going to be really extensive if we go onto the Hajj part, and I guess people would forget what the Hajj would be. But just like we're having a seminar here, at the moment obviously I have virtual listeners and viewers with me, but in the future when we are going to be meeting up inshallah in Makkah, we will have everyone sitting around with us, and we will do question and answers live there as well. So yeah, that was a bit of the introduction into welcoming you on board, and let me tell you, we are really honored to be serving the guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thanking my staff for putting everything together. They have done an amazing job putting all the things together with us as well. And now the next topic that inshallah we'd like to briefly touch on is the package. What's included in the package, and what's included in the package, how many days we're staying. I'm sure everyone knows this, what the package includes, but it's good to overgo all these packaging because so if you have any problems in your mind, if you have any hiccups, we can iron them out now or later on in the week. Also, alhamdulillah, as I mentioned on the WhatsApp group, we have about 80 to 90% of our Hajj group people have their visas, alhamdulillah. These are some of the main concerns of people when they are flying. Is our visa done? Yes, alhamdulillah. So I would like to congratulate you that alhamdulillah 80 to 90% of the people have their Hajj visas. There are a few people who don't have their Hajj visas, and the reason is because they are still in process of sending us their passports, because they have committed to us that they are away for holidays. So inshallah these will come later on during the next week, and inshallah their visa will be stamped as well. Some of the people have already collected, as you can see through the WhatsApp group, have collected their parcels, and some people have requested us to send the parcels through the post. And alhamdulillah, we have already sent it out, about 40 families, 30 to 40 families parcels out on Friday. Some people must have received their passport, which was sent out via special delivery on a Saturday yesterday, and some people received their parcels or the special delivery passports on Monday or Tuesday. But alhamdulillah, inshallah, by Tuesday, those 30 to 40 families who we've contacted and told them that the visas are done, they will receive the parcel force parcels or the goodie bags, which inshallah is with me here. Inshallah will go through all these goodie bags that I have here, what's included in them. This is part of what's included in the package, physically, obviously, because it has everything that you need to know, and then you will receive them by Tuesday. Some people who we will contact tomorrow, which is Monday, and they will inform us, or they are telling us we will come collect the passports. We'll do appointment wise, and then we'll invite you to our offices, whichever location you are. If you're in Scotland, you've asked us to send the post, inshallah we'll send you the post. Some people are coming into Manchester office, and then we'll have everything ready for you in Manchester. And some people are coming to London office. Some people have already visited us in Peterborough office, and they have already taken things from there. Before we move on to what's included in the package, because we've just touched on briefly onto the goodie bags, so inshallah Aziz, I'd first like to bring up your passports and show you where the visa is stamped, and a bit of a brief introduction on how we would like you to move ahead and take things on from there. Obviously, some people who have received their passports, then you probably would be able to relate to this. But if you haven't received your passports, as I mentioned, you will receive them on a Monday and a Tuesday, and then you'll be able to see the same thing that is in my hand now as well, where you would be able to see what we've given to you. I would just like to mention that please don't panic. Your passports are alhamdulillah ready, and your visas, as I mentioned, have been stamped. So inshallah all 124 people who are booked with us, there is inshallah no cancellation from our side, and we are trying to make sure the 23 to 20% that have left, they will get their visas as well, inshallah. As I speak, their passports are in the embassy, and Monday inshallah we'll have some more update on those passports as well. So once you will receive your passports from us, you are given a serial number. That serial number is just written on front of your name. You will have a label, if you can see. For example, this particular person has a number of 124. You will have one label with your name and your passport number and a serial number. So please remember that you need to remember these serial numbers, because it's time consuming to call every individual person's name, and it's much easier for you. It's difficult for you to hear us as well, and it's much easier for yourselves as well to remember this particular number. So this is some instructions that we would like you to follow from us. It's because we've travelled year in, year out, and we have the experience to ensure that we exit the Hajj terminal as smooth as possible and we don't have any hiccups. So a thing to remember, that when you will receive your passport, you will have a cover on your passport. Every single person will have a passport cover on top, which is provided by us. On top of that cover, you will have your label, your picture, and your name, and a serial number. So please remember these serial numbers. Every individual has a serial number. Again, on the bottom left hand side, you will have a red sticker which would again have your serial number. These serial numbers are always going to be the same serial numbers all the way through to out your journey. So your serial numbers will not change. You have a bookmark on your passport. This bookmark is just to say your visa is. This becomes handy when we, inshallah, will be checking in at the Heathrow terminal, Heathrow airport, and inshallah when we'll come into the Hajj terminal as well. So please, please, please do not remove these bookmarks, because it's really time consuming when you lose these bookmarks, because it saves us ample amount of time at the Heathrow terminal, at the Hajj terminal, and when we're doing some admin work. This is why we would have your visa card here as well. So please, we would request you not to touch anything. Another thing I would like to mention, some people have handed us their old passports, which is, for example, a Pakistani passport, because the embassy requested those passports. Please remember to travel with those old passports, because you would have your residence permit visa on those old passports of yours if you have a foreign passport. Because last year one of our group members left their passports in the UK and they flew out on the Hajj visa, which was a new passport, and it was paying for them to come back from Hajj after Hajj, and obviously the airline didn't let them board, so they faced a lot of difficulty coming back to the UK. Again, on your right hand side of your visa, or opposite your visa page, you have another barcode. This barcode is provided through us from the Ministry of Hajj. It has our Noori travel and tours written in Arabic, and it's a barcode. It's for admin work, and it will tell you it's for 1437 Hijri Hajj, and it has. So please, once again, do not remove these labels as well. Just a quick up, and the rest of the page will be empty. There are more labels, barcode entries that you would receive at the Hajj terminal, which I would come on to later on, and we'll discuss this in detail later on as well. So here is going to be your Hajj visa. You can see we have already made photocopies of your Hajj visas, and we are sending them out in your Hajj contract, which I will show you later on. And these are the stickers, and these are the bookmarks that we have put in. Please, once again, I request, do not remove anything from your passport, because every single thing that we've put on your passport is for a reason. Maybe your passport does look ugly, but please, we need to start being patient from today. And your passports, inshallah, if when you come back from Hajj, you can just, if you would like to, take the cover off and throw that in the bin, and your passport will be, inshallah, as brand new as possible. So this is where your visa is, your visa number and everything is there. Your picture will be on your visa as well. I would come on to the next pages. As I mentioned, you will have more stickers on at the bottom and on the other side, which I will discuss later on as well, inshallah. So this is that. The next thing that we have already sent out to you, or we will send out within the package, is a goodie bag that you will receive. As I mentioned, these goodie bags are coming in Royal Mail parcel force, and because obviously your passports are more important to us and to yourself, so we spent them out on special delivery. What's included in the package, regarding, as people are asking, what can we add, or what's included, what's not included, so what things do you need to take, I will inshallah come into that as well. So you would receive one of these backpacks. These backpacks are obviously for you to take all the way for your Hajj journey. Trust me, as I mentioned, please make sure you take everything that we've given you, every single thing that we've provided you. We've thought this through, and we know people need this. People in the previous year have given us feedback, and we've added them this year. Inshallah, Aziz, we will take your feedback as well at the end of the Hajj, and you will tell us what things we need to do to improve, because as I mentioned, it's a family business, and when we're taking you, you're part of our business, and you're a family to us as well, inshallah. Okay, so this is one particular person's package which is in front of me, and this is an actual package that you would receive as well. As you can see, they are all ready. We're just waiting on instructions from other customers to say what they would like to do. As I mentioned again, just a quick one because the other passport didn't have that label because that's my personal passport. But you can see that red sticker that I've been mentioning is this person is number 55, and his name is Abdul Malik, and it's 55 and 56. So these passports again will be like this. You will receive them in the goodie bag, in the special post. Okay. The next thing that we are providing, or we will give you, or we would like you to have is an ID card. Please make sure when you come at the airport you have these ID cards on you. The reason I'm providing you with these ID cards is you can easily get lost when you're in Haram, or or maybe get dehydrated. People in the past have collapsed into Haram because of the heat, and obviously once you're going to pray, it's difficult for us to see if you are safe and sound, but then people around you would be able to see your passport number is written on this, and our mobile numbers for Saudi Arabia are written on them as well. So some people did collapse last time and they did contact us, so we were made aware of this as well. Remember, this is just one card you will receive, but we have printed out another particular card, same card for you, because in the past people snap them or lose them. So we have sent out 2 cards for you per person, which will be in the goodie bag as well. We promised, the things we've promised are inshallah included, but there are some things that we give on our behalf or from our side as well, which we don't promise, but these are just extra optionals that you will receive as well. There's a Hajj book guide in here as well, so it's in English. It will tell you how to perform Hajj. So once you receive this, I'm sure many of you have done a lot of own reading as well at home, or you're still doing readings. A lot of people have visited the seminar as well, or to the local areas or the mosques. So this is why my seminar is not more towards what Hajj is. It's more about covering the logistics of our travel journey ahead. So the things we would need, how we'd be up. So this seminar is just purely and mainly for the logistics of all the travel arrangements. Inshallah, Aziz, we would talk about Umrah, we will talk about Hajj, and all the basic steps and necessary in detail steps in Makkah, as I mentioned earlier on. There's another book for you on how to perform Hajj, Umrah again in this, so you would receive one of these as well. There's a luggage tags. We are also providing you with luggage tags which are provided to you in your goodie bag again. The reason of this providing luggage tag is obviously once is not to lose your luggage. Another thing is, if you notice on the back of the luggage tags, you would have room numbers written on them. There's a label for saying room numbers. What we'd like to do is, on the room number, it says Makkah, but we can see it's plain for this particular person, but you would write this yourself. The room numbers are already allocated from our side. Our team has already allocated your rooms to you. So once you will receive your goodie bag, which I would open, and you would see, your next question would be, how would I know my room number? So I would show you whereabouts your room numbers are. This is the agreement file that you would receive in your goodie bag once again. This agreement file is what you've signed for and all the other details, which I would go in detail again. Once again, if you see, this person has his labels on them, and this person has his serial number, number 55 and number 56. The reason I am reiterating about these serial numbers is it's easier for us to call you out with your room name, serial numbers, and it's very easy for us to process things at the terminals as well. So please, 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 I would reiterate again, please remember those serial numbers of yours. When we call out your serial number, that means we need you, we need something of you, and we will inform you what we would need of you. But inshallah, I will come on to this later on as well. Once you open up your file, on your right hand side of the file, you would have your SIM cards. We've stuck your SIM cards on. Once again, one family, if for example this particular person has booked a double room with us, so this is why they have 2 stickers on them with them. Each individual does not have a file. It's booked family wise. The files that we've generated are family wise and room wise. So this is why this particular file has 2 SIM cards. So these are your SIM cards on your right hand side. If you look, your mobile number is already given out to you from us on your SIM cards. One more thing, there's stickers on these SIM cards. Please do not remove these SIM cards stickers. Reason being is these SIM cards are not activated at the moment. And last year, the SIM cards we provided were activated. But this year, the Saudi government has introduced a new law where every SIM card has to have a thumbprint or fingerprints approved or allocated to a SIM card. Therefore, your SIM cards are not activated, but we have provided you with your individual SIM numbers. You can give them out to your family and friends in the UK already before you fly out. So once you land at the terminal and you switch your phones on and activate them, which I will talk about later on, because the activation process is included in these papers. Then you can speak with your family and friends, and once the SIM are activated, you can speak with your family and friends. So this is why I'm just going to briefly talk about these SIM cards, because that's the first thing that's coming onto your right hand side. Because we were talking about room numbers, I will show you how your room numbers are. Once you're going to open up your file, in front of you, you would see 2 black cards. Again, these are per person provided, and these black cards are the Burj Al Sultan in Makkah address and hotel card. If you find there's a block where it says room number, and for instance, for this particular person, their room number is 209. Later on, we will talk about how the check-in process will work in Makkah, but these are the basics I would like to go through. That you have for this particular person, your room number is 209. So please, 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 for a smooth journey for yourself and for ourselves, we are providing you with everything beforehand. You know your mobile numbers, you know your room numbers, and you know your serial numbers that we've given out on the passport or here onto your files. We will, inshallah, later on put those serial numbers. If you would like to request, you don't remember your serial numbers, we'll put them onto your onto the WhatsApp group so you can make sure you know your serial numbers. These are the few things we would ask you to remember for you to have a smoother journey, and let us control the rest for you, and inshallah Aziz will have a smoother journey. So your room numbers have been already allocated for Makkah. Medina room numbers have already been allocated as well. The reason we're not going to give them out to you is because obviously you will forget your room numbers, and we have plenty of days till we get to Medina from today. So we will provide you those room numbers, inshallah Aziz, in Makkah, in seminar, which we will have in Makkah as well. So I'll just put these onto a side. So the next thing that you would face in front of the file is your tickets. Some people who have already collected the parcels will have tickets. Some people's visa came on Friday, so we haven't issued your tickets, but they are going to get issued tomorrow, and then we, as promised, we will send them to you in your email. These are your tickets, and there's ticket folders in there, so you can take these out and put them onto a bag, which we will show you later on in the goodie bag provided, or your messenger bag that you normally travel with. The ticket obviously mentions when we're flying, so obviously I'll read it off this and then we'll go through on these things as well. On the 3rd of September is our flight on Saudi Airline, Terminal 4, and it's normally Zone C where the Saudi counters are based. Now our flight is at 8:45 PM. People will be wondering, what is the suggested time we should meet up at the airport? By international law and international flight, you have to come 3 hours before at the terminal, or you have to be at the airport before 3 hours. So when I fly out, this 45 minutes personally I cancel out. So I would program in to ourselves, our flight is 8 PM. So then we have another 45 minutes extra because some of the men will wear the ihram, which I will talk about later on as well, where we're going to wear the ihram and the things that we can do. So my suggested time, or our suggested time to meet up at the airport is 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., Terminal 4, Zone C. Later on, I can, which is on the day, I can put up, I'll get there before everyone, inshallah, Aziz, because some people are also coming from Manchester on an indirect domestic flight, as they not make the journey by car. So it's the suggested time for everyone would be 5 p.m. to reach at the the London Heathrow terminal. So we'll have 3 hours and 45 minutes before we reach at the terminal. Inshallah Aziz, once we reach at the Terminal 4 at Heathrow, we'll all meet up at Zone C, and we will give out some bands which we need to. We'll give you them. I will come on to them as well. So there will be some things that we might need to hand you. Some people might ask us to bring their goodie bags to the airport. Some people haven't taken the umbrellas. I'll come on to this later on as well. So there's going to be leave spare time for us, ample time for us if you have any problem. So my suggested time, once again, everyone should try reaching at the Heathrow terminal for 5 p.m. Sorry. Our flight again is 8:45 p.m. from Saudi airline. It's a direct flight. While we're talking about the airline, we'll come on to the luggages. How much luggage we are allowed to take. Per person, you are allowed 46 kgs. But remember, this 46 kgs you cannot put into one luggage or one suitcase. You need to take, per person needs to have 2 suitcases. So 23 in one suitcase, 23 in the other suitcase, and 7 kgs is allowed in hand carry by international law. So remember, as I mentioned, 23 plus 23 is 46, and then an extra 7 kilograms of hand luggage. I personally think we are only going for Hajj. We're not going on a holiday, or we're not going to meet our family and friends. So yes, you can take 2 luggage. I would recommend you take 2 luggages, 2 suitcases. Reason being is when you're going to come back from Makkah or Medina, you're going to bring presents for your family and friends. So you take 2 suitcases, but take 1 empty suitcase so you can bring your dates, your Zamzam, or your presents for your family and friends, and you would need a suitcase as well. Things to take, I would come on to that as well, what things you need to take for Hajj. We have already put a PDF list onto the group, which obviously you can read, but obviously again I would come onto that list, which is also included into this Hajj agreement file as well. The flight is obviously 5.5 hours, and we would reach inshallah Aziz at the Hajj terminal. Once we will not reach Hajj terminal first, we will come on to the Jeddah terminal first, and from Jeddah the plane would disembark all the business class passengers. Reason is because people who are not on Hajj visa. Then from there on, the plane will take us, either disembark us as well, and in the buses we would go via the bus to the Hajj terminal. Landing time, if I am correct, it is about 4 a.m. So this will be Fajr time, and later on, this is just to say we're landing at 4 a.m. and what's going to happen at the Jeddah terminal with us, I would come and later on talk about this as well. But for the time being, these are your tickets. I've gone into detail what we allowed, luggage wise, the weight, and your tickets are provided to you in a holder as well. So there's a holder, you can fold these tickets and add them onto your, take these with you into your goodie bags and all the messenger bags that you would take. The next things that you would find, I'm just going to take everything, all the paperwork out of these folders so it's easier for you to see. I'm just going to run down through these quickly. There's a Hajj contract to say what's included in your package, what's not included. These are the legal terms that we are to abide with you by the Ministry of Hajj. So we've included these, and every single person has already signed one of these pages, so you are going to get back your pages as well. The next document that you will find in your folder, or you should find in your folder, is your hotel voucher. Again, it tells you what room you've booked into, the leading passenger name, the Makkah Hotel, Burjistan, one double room, check-in and check-out times. The dates are already again included into this. We will provide you every single detail in writing as well, so it's easier for you to program and you know that what day, the days we're doing, what things are we doing on what day. So it's difficult for you to ask us questions at times, but then at least you have everything in black and white to say what date we are going where. So for example, on this it says Jeddah Airport to Makkah Hotel on the 4th of September. The transport are dependent on Muallim. I would come on to details as well later on, the Muallim thing as well, what it is. I can see someone has asked us a question before we move on, and the question is they want me to repeat the luggage allowance. Again, the luggage allowance is you are allowed 46 kg per person, but this 46 kg is not allowed in one bag. You have to take two suitcases, so 23 kgs in one suitcase and then 23 kgs in another suitcases. So that's 2 suitcases allowed per person, and 7 kgs is hand trolley luggage. I would come into detail on what you should include in your hand trolley as well for the men, and for the ladies obviously it's something that is going to be personal which they can come on to. So that question is, the reason I answered this question is because obviously we were on the topic of the luggage tags and luggage allowances. So these are the remarks. I would come on to these later on as well. Makkah Hotel to Mina, we are going on the 8th of September. Obviously it could be on the 7th of September depending on when the Saudi ministry or the Saudi government announces or when we see the moon. But these are a brief and vague detail, but more like 90% this schedule is correct. The next page or the next document you would find is the arrival confirmation. Again, it just tells you the timings that we would need and your passport numbers, and if you have any problems, we have staff in Makkah and Medina which I would inshallah come on to later on as well. Another main document you would find in this is your passport copy and your Hajj visa copy, which we printed for you and reason is people can, or the ministry can lose your passport. The maktabs where we're gonna, in case we need a documentation, so this is for proof that you've got a visa, and in case anyone has any problems, then we have a copy for you which we will send out to you in the post. So this is your responsibility to take all these documents with you when you're flying out. Another reason of having these documentation is for the SIM card. You would need your visa copy and your passport copy for you to activate your SIM card. There's another arrival code voucher or stickers you can say, which we will be given at the airport in Jeddah, which we need to keep a safe copy of them, and we will stick them onto the passport, which I would come on to later on. Again, there's instructions on how we're going to activate or activating our SIM cards, how we're going to activate our SIM cards, so we will talk about them as well. I mean, this is all the instructions every single person will receive on how to activate the SIM cards and the things that are required for you to activate your SIM cards. As I mentioned earlier on, the reason these SIM cards are not activated, the previous year ones were activated and they were straight away working once we landed at the terminal, but the SIM cards will be activated at the Hajj terminal because the company that we've signed up with is Zain, and they will have representatives at the airport, which I don't know whereabouts, but it will be at the airport, which we will inform you. Their representatives will help us put our thumbprints or the fingerprints onto their system in order to activate our SIM cards. SIM cards wise, one person is allowed to activate up to 10 SIM cards. So it doesn't mean that your mother or your sister or your wife or your spouse or your other parents have to go to the kiosks as well. You can, one individual person go and can activate up to 10 SIM cards. The instructions on these we would give you furthermore once we reach at the airport at Jeddah. Again, there's another page which tells you how to top up your SIM cards and the tariffs that you would have. and there's frequently asked questions on regarding to what the SIM card details are and what you can use and if it's 3G activated and stuff like this. So this is obviously every single person would have one of these documentation. Either they've received it in the post. If they haven't, they would receive one by Tuesday, Wednesday latest. Maximum, we're not going to delay, or we're not delaying holding anyone's passport. We would like you to have your passports today, but some people whose passports came out late, and we are doing family-wise, so it's easier for us to send out passports to everyone, and we have completely organised that way as well. You are also provided with a map onto those same documentation. This is just if you get lost, so you know your bearings where you are in Makkah and Medina. These maps are also included or available onto our website, or just to give you directions on how to get to Haram. So for argument's sake, this is where our hotel is in Makkah. There's three entrances is for you to use, so you can use any one of them. Again, with Medina, it's the same. It just gives you a bit brief direction on where you are. I'm not expecting everyone to pinpoint and see all these documents or read them clearly in the cameras, but obviously once they're in front of you, you'll be able to see these as well. People did mention onto the group what to take and what not to take. These questions, I mean, everything is included on what to take. So I'll just read a few. Ihram sandals, wet wipes, lip balm, painkillers, sunblock cream, hairbrush, full of towels, suitcases, what you need to buy, what you can take and what to wear, health and safety. All this is included in this agreement file that we're sending out to you. So just to wrap up on the agreement file, all these documents are provided to you, and you need to travel with these documents as well. And this is how your agreement file would look like, which you will receive in the post. Okay, these agreement files, for some people, if it's coming in the post, it's coming with your passport. As I mentioned, your passports are being sent out via special delivery. So you'd have your tickets, your agreement file, your SIM cards, and your passports in a special delivery post. And the rest of the goodie bags, which is just here with me, you will receive one of these in parcel force, via parcel force. Okay, just quickly, I'll run through these things, what's included in this goodie bag. There's a messenger bag for the men's only. Obviously in here you can put your passports and any other items that you would like to take personally, some of your money probably that you need. So money, your passports, or any other medication that you would need to take on board, or if you need any medication. So this messenger bag is provided by us. So these are the things which I'm telling you is to inform you, to say these are the things that every single person should receive. We have carefully packed and double checked that every single person has all the things that I'm showing on to the seminar. If for any reason you don't have, which I less likely believe you haven't received or you won't receive, then we can arrange some spares. But if you have lost them later on, then we cannot promise you these. The next thing you will receive in the next thing that you will receive, or you will be able to take out from the goodie bag, is a scarf, which is for ladies ihram that we've promised. So you will have a ladies ihram provided to you in that goodie bag as well. Once again, I think I'm wearing someone else's card, but you will receive those two cards which I've mentioned. These are your ID cards which you would receive. Two of them will have lanyards, and the two spares will be rubber banded, but these are spares. Please take them with you in case you lose one or you snap one or anything could happen. So that's your lanyard cards as well. The next thing that you would receive or take out from your goodie bag is an ihram belt. So these are the men's ihram belt provided by us. Just quickly, I'm not trying to sell this, so you have your phone space, one zip at the front, one zip at the back, and the belt is on the back for you to adjust these as well. These are provided by us as promised as well, to every single men only, because obviously the men's are the ones who need the ihram wearing. Another thing, just the goodie bag, this is for you to take as well, for you to put your slippers or your Zamzam bottles in this as well, or for you to take your Quran Park or anything to take haram as well, because it's easier for you to take in to when you're going to the mosques, or when you're traveling to Mina, from Mina, or when you're going to hit the stones, you can carry your stone bags in this as well. Obviously at the moment you can only see one bag, but because there's two people in there, there's another bag for this particular person who's traveling with us. So if there's a triple room or a quad room, you'll find 3 bags in this, and the 4th one is going to be like this. Some more things that we are providing, which I'd like to quickly run down on this. We are providing you with the tasbih. This tasbih is obviously has 7 beads, and this is for you to remember what round are you done for tawaf. So obviously when we done 1 tawaf, we will carry this, and there's like just following on, there's 7 beads on this for you to remember how many tawafs have you done and if you've completed your tawaf. So 7 of these, there's 1 per person again provided to you. There's a small bundle like this, which I'll just quickly open up again, and this is again per person. We've realized when we go to Haram, there are water coolers for us to drink Zamzam in them, but there's obviously glasses provided by the Saudi government when we're drinking Zamzam, but then you'll have to carry those Zamzam, and people tend to knock those Zamzams off when they're sitting in Haram, and it wastes a lot of water. So we've realized that it's a problem, and to us it's a problem, and it's wasting Zamzam, so we shouldn't be wasting Zamzam. So we've introduced, or we're providing these sports bottles for free, which is not promised in the package, but it's provided by us every year. This is something we've introduced this year, so I would like to apologize to the people who flew out yesterday didn't have this. Obviously this again is flexible, so you can fit it into the coolers, fill it up, keep it with you while you're in Haram. Remember to keep yourself hydrated, drink as much possible Zamzam as you can. Obviously there's many people, they might have some illnesses, the Zamzam cures illnesses, and it's good because this is, I mean, when we come back to our countries, we yearn to drink Zamzam, and now we're going to have plenty of Zamzam available to us, so drink as many possible Zamzam as you can. So carry this Zamzam bottle with you all the time. Again, you can carry this in these goodie bags that we provide you, so when you go Haram, you can fill it up, drink the Zamzam water as well there. So every single person, 1 person has one of these Zamzam bottles provided. There's some more few things that are here in my hand, but they are here as well. Again, that's provided to you how to perform Hajj. That's a guide, Hajj guide, and again, how to perform Umrah. That guide is also provided to you as well. Trust me, maybe I'm not showing it, but they are here, so you'll have them as well. One more thing, again, is the luggage tags. As I mentioned, please write your names on these. We've given 2 tags per person. I think that's more than enough for every single person, because I don't expect you to be taking more than 2 luggages. The room numbers, write these room numbers at the back of the luggage tag, and I will inform you why we have told you that these luggage tags are needed. Another thing that we promised to provide, and it's here, is the stone bag. These stone bags is what you would need in Muzdalifah, and the reason you need this in Muzdalifah is to collect all your pebbles and put them in for the following day to hit the shaitan when we go to Jamrat. There is pens provided as well for your facility. This is because you will need these to fill the arrival cards at Jeddah terminal. So we hope, and I mean I know people will, we hope no one's going to ask us for a pen because we've already provided you with a pen. So please make sure you carry your pens with you. We've provided notepads as well in case you need any notes to make while in the seminar, which we will have in Makkah as well. So these are all the things that are provided to you in the goodie bag as a major. I know some of you maybe will put this up straight away. Where is the ihram? So we'll come on to that as well. The ihrams are here. We are also going to send out an ihram to you as well, because the ihram is big, so it didn't fit in this goodie bag. But inshallah Aziz, I will show you the ihram as well. And the reason I'm going to show you the ihram later on, because maybe there are some people watching us and seeing how are we going to put the ihram on. Just for a quick 30-second break, it's not going to be a long break, it's this question that's come up on the screen, is will towels be provided in Mecca and Medina? I guess this question is not clear to me, but I'm assuming the question is if they're going to be provided in the hotels. yes, you will be provided with towels in the hotel in Makkah and Medina as well. Coming back, so that question is answered. Please let your questions come through. I mean, if we have a small break and moving on to different topics, it gives me a break as well from what I'm talking, and it's not boring. I'm answering your questions as well, so I'm staying engaged with you guys as well. Another thing, obviously, we are providing from our side is an umbrella, and this umbrella obviously you would need for you to secure yourself from the shade. I mean, obviously it's really hot in Makkah as well. These umbrellas come in really handy when we are walking from Mina to Jamarat and Jamarat to Makkah, because it's during the day, it's 1 o'clock and the heat is just immense. So keep these umbrellas with you, or you can take these umbrellas when you're going to do tawaf. Just a quick mention here, just do as many tawafs as you can possibly. So these are the umbrellas we're providing to each individual. If someone has received the post and they're saying, where's my umbrella? You will not receive an umbrella in the post. If you're coming to collect, we are providing the umbrella. The reason of not providing you an umbrella in the post is because they get easily damaged, and that's why. So we will, if we've posted out or you've requested us to post out your goodie bags and your passports, we will post them out to you with the ihram. This umbrella, we will keep a list of people who have not been provided with an umbrella, and at Heathrow Terminal, when we meet up, this is why we've asked you to come at 5 p.m. so we can provide you with these umbrellas as well, inshallah. So everyone will have an umbrella as well. So every single person will get an umbrella as well. Again, just on my table, this is one of the Hajj water bottles that we're providing, and you can obviously fill these and carry them with you. It has a clasp on it as well, so this is something it's easier you can stick with on your messenger bag or your side bag as well. That's what's all included into the package which we are sending out. Please don't panic, as I mentioned. Inshallah Aziz, by Wednesday, maximum Thursday this coming week, or latest by Friday, everyone inshallah Aziz will have their passports or goodie bags as well, because the parcel force is on 48 hours and it takes them 2 working days to send out the parcels. Just quickly, before someone asks me that question about the ihram, we have the ihram here, so I can show you just quickly what ihram are we providing. This is obviously for men's only, and per person is allowed this ihram. This ihram is opened up at the moment, but you'll receive this in one of these plastic bags as well. The towel, it's a towel material ihram that we provide to every male individual. Again, the question is going to arise, how many ihrams should we take? The ones we're providing are fine. If you think you get your ihram easily dirty, you know your personal requirements. So I would suggest that you can get your ihram, an extra ihram. Either you travel from here, but I don't personally think you would need an ihram to travel with from the UK. But you can take an ihram, or you can buy ihram easily available in Makkah as well. But again, this is your own personal requirement, and then if you think you need an ihram, you can wear an ihram. There's some instructions on the back of the ihram card which we provide. It's just to give you small guidance on how to wear your ihram, condition while in ihram, the recommended acts before wearing your ihram, and what is prohibited in ihram. This is not by all means a detailed instructions. Obviously, the detailed instruction on what to wear in ihram is provided in one of the books, or I'm sure people who are doing individual readings, they know all this already, but it's just basic and brief in things that are prohibited in ihram. I'm sure people are also attended seminars, and they will explain all the Hajj seminars and the manasik of Hajj as well. I think I would like to comment to use how to wear the ihram. Just a quick question that's come up: are you using special delivery for the parcel? We are using Royal Mail Parcel Force 48 hours for just these goodies, purely because it would have been it's easier. We've used this every year in, year out. They will track, so inshallah Aziz, if you want by Tuesday, you will receive them for the people who we've sent out already. For passports, we use Royal Mail special delivery. It's because we don't want you to lose your passports. So that's one of the questions that's come up, and we'll answer. I'll answer them as it goes as well. Okay, there's another question asked just now regarding towels. Again, is towel provided in Mina as well? We don't need a towel in Mina. Reason being is because you will be in the state of ihram. So obviously you're not allowed to wipe your face when you're in your ihram as well, because you can lose easily. You lose your beard hair or your eyebrow hair or your hair, and you're not allowed. If you break your hair intentionally, obviously then it's there's a sadaqah you have to give, and there's a qurbani you have to give on that as well. So please, these things we can talk in detail as well when you're in Makkah, but at the moment we'll just go into brief things on the ihram. I think it's good if we come on to finalizing what the package has and how to wear an ihram. The ihram is very easy to wear. It's not as difficult as some people make it out to be. So what it is, this ihram has two sheets. One is for the top and one is for the bottom. There's no necessarily thing like this is the top and this is the bottom. They're both the same size and same material and everything for the ihram. How I tend to wear an ihram is it's very easy. Just wrap this around like this around you, and what it is, just spread a bit of your legs. Just take a little stance about 5 to 6 meters away from your legs, and this right hand side in, tuck this in on this side, and then bring the front top like this, and then you can fold this like this. So the ihram is very easy to wear. People have different ways of wearing ihram. You don't necessarily have to wear the ihram the way I've worn it, as long as you are covering it above your elbows. Sorry, not elbows, above your knees. So you need to make sure your feet, your ihram is not really showing up to the top, and it's not showing at the bottom as well. So please make sure you cover your feet properly as well. Regarding slippers, or while we are talking about ihram, in fact I tend to have one of them, so I just carry lift one. This is a right slipper that we should wear, because we need to expose as much feet as possible. This is for men's only. For the ladies, obviously they're allowed to wear shoes, they need to cover themselves anyway, so they need to wear shoes, slippers, whatever they feel comfortable with. But this is what we need to wear for ihram. These are the slippers. Again, we can discuss this more onto our group if we already have anyway, but if we want more details on the group, then we can do. Okay, so again, I'm holding this ihram at the moment because it's going to fall off. But then what you need to do is you just cover your ihram, fold it in, and you will have your ihram, and it won't go anywhere. At the moment I haven't put my belt up, but then you have your belt and you can strap your belt and put it on as well. The next sheet that you have is obviously the same size as I mentioned. Just open it up, and all you need to do is just wrap it around you, and this is how you have your ihram put on, and you're inshallah is ready for your ihram. So this is how you put your ihram on. Inshallah Aziz, we'll come on to the next thing about ihram is this is for the men's again, where do the men's put their ihram on? This is again entirely up to you. There's 3-4 options for you to put the ihram on. I will tell you, and then again you choose. Remember, and it's really important for me to tell you this, that the Hajj that you're going on, it's your Hajj. We are by no means going to tell you, you have to do this, you have to do that. This is your Hajj, so you decide. We will tell you, we will give you all the good options and the options that are available for you to carry out your Hajj. And because we've been many years and we've done this year in, year out, we know the insides out. So we will tell you what's good for you, but then again, you choose. Because we don't want to have a confrontation with you, this is right and this is wrong. There are many people from different sectors of Islam joining us. Therefore, some questions might come out. Is this the only way of, what sector are you following? We don't follow any particular sector. Again, we will tell you what's the basics of Hajj. This is it. If you have some individual following, then you would follow that yourselves as well, and we would have no stopping to say you can't do this, or you can't do the tawaf this way, you can't do the ihram this way. It's entirely up to you, but we will tell you what the basics of Hajj are. Coming on to where to wear the ihram, as I mentioned, there's 3 options. The first option is you wear it from home before you fly out, before you head towards the airport. The second option is, which I would recommend everyone uses this option, is you wear it after Hajj, after your passport control is completed. So once you've checked in all your luggage, and once the luggage has been checked in, then we'll go through the security, we put our boarding cards through, and then once we've gone through security, there's a place at Hajj Terminal, sorry not Hajj Terminal, the Terminal 4, where there's a praying area where you can pray nafils, where you can also carry out, wear your ihram as well. Inshallah Aziz, I forgot to introduce that I am flying out with you as well, all the way through, from obviously 3rd of September till coming back. So every journey, every step of the journey, I'll be with you. If men are having problem with how to buckle up the ihram, we'll be there to help you. And I'm sure there's going to be many other people around who've been Umrah or Hajj before, they'll be able to help you as well. There is one Uncle Yunus who flies out with us, and he's flying out, and he'll be, inshallah, be on hand as well to help you out on how to wear the ihram. So the second option is wearing the ihram at the Heathrow Airport. You can wear the ihram at the Heathrow Airport as well. Another option that you have is to wear the ihram on the plane, but on the plane it's difficult to obviously do wuzu, and it'll be difficult for you to hold your wuzu, and the spaces are congested. But there is on the Saudi plane airline, there is a space available for you to pray at the back of the plane. And obviously if you think you can do wuzu in the toilets of the plane or the cubicles, then you're more than welcome to wear the ihram on the plane. You have to wear your ihram before we pass miqat. When we're going to pass miqat, the pilot on the plane will announce that you have 30 minutes before we pass the miqat. Our recommended position, if you are taking the last option of wearing the ihram, then you would wear the ihram. I would recommend you wear if you are going to wear this ihram, then wear it straight after food has been served if you're wearing on the plane. Because straight after food, you've had your food, go to the washrooms, make wuzu, change your ihram, and then less people at the praying area, because the praying area can only fit 3 to 4 people in, so you can pray there as well. So that is regarding ihram. Again, an option before I gave you was you wear your ihram at the Heathrow terminal. This is after security, and another first option is you can wear your ihram from home. Now, all these 3 options, there's no particular thing that to say you have to wear your ihram at home, at the terminal, or in the plane. This is entirely up to you where you wear your ihram. This is an individual thing that you will decide and make a decision. There's many decisions that you need to make yourself where you need to do. We, as I said, we will tell you everything, what is right and wrong. If you, inshallah, follow us, you'd have a smooth journey. Again, I would request people to make sure that just till Hajj terminal, as in when we are starting our journey from Heathrow Airport all the way till we are on the inside the buses and going towards Makkah, I would request everyone 2 things. One is to be patient, and the second is to listen to us. These are the 2 main things I would like people to do. The third thing is people stick together, help one another. There are old elderly people going, there are young people going. I know they're going with their spouses or their brothers and sisters, but let's help one another, carry their luggages, take everything out. It'll be quicker. If we are united, this is one thing that we face, and we have all the problems every year. We have this problem. We're not united. What will happen is 10 people will disappear to another location, 10 people will disappear to another location, and it's very difficult for us to bring everyone together. So please, 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 that's my request to every single person, to say, please, can you make sure we stay together, we stay united. Yes, there is no introduction, one another doesn't know, or you don't know me, I don't know which person is going in the group, we haven't met people on the group as well. But what we can do is, when we meet at the airport, let's be welcoming, let's welcome one another, let's get to know one another quickly, and then let's gel together. And inshallah al-Aziz, once we travel as if they are our family members, we will have the smoothest Hajj journey possible. So the next question is, are we breaking for Asr and Maghrib? Yes, we can have a break for Asr and Maghrib. If that question is for today, or is that question for later on? What we can do, we can go on a break as well. But I'm sure this question was regarding today as well. So what we can do is, I think we have covered up all the goodie bags that we've given out, all the passports, all the things that we are giving out, how to wear your ihram as well. And so going back, what was the weight limit per person? The weight limit again, inshallah, we'll put this on the group as well. The weight limit again, it's the same questions come again, no problem, we'll answer them again for you. 23 kgs in one bag, 46 kgs per person. So you're allowed 46 kgs per person on this. And then, yeah, so we've covered our ihram part as well. Inshallah, Aziz, we'll have staff available on the Hajj at the Heathrow terminal for us to help us. Just remember these jackets which our staff will be wearing. This is just to show you, so you recognize our staff. There's going to be a couple of staff with us. They will be there to help you. So if you have any questions, some people will be handing out your umbrellas to you. Some people will be handing out your wristbands, which is something that's coming new this year by the ministry. So inshallah Aziz will provide you with wristbands at the terminal as well. People who are coming through domestic flights from around the UK, obviously we will inform you on the day where to meet up on this. But most of the time is Zone C. We'll send you a picture onto the WhatsApp group to say where to meet up as well. So this is how our security or staff jacket looks like, and you'll be able to easily be able to identify ourselves as well. Just a quick question: allowed, recommended to everyone to vaccinate? Yes. Okay. See, there's some recommendations coming from other people as well. But I guess this recommendation is coming from a person who's been before as well. This recommendation is, I'll read this out, is, are we allowed or recommend, it's allowed and I'm recommending to everyone to bring Vaseline to prevent chafing between the legs due to heat and friction, men and women as well, but probably more for ihram wearers as well. Would I be able to see what's the name of the person who's given that suggestion or question? Akil. So brother Akil, that's a very good suggestion. It's something that we've added on to what to bring as well. You must bring some Vaseline for you as well, as it causes a lot of friction between the legs, and because of the heat as well, you get these bruises as well. So yeah, I mean, again, if you've forgotten, again today, if it's a problem for you to, for have this, if you're gonna come across this problem, sorry, then you can take Vaseline from here. If you've forgotten your Vaseline, it's not end of the world. We'll be able to find, there's plenty of pharmacies in Makkah dotted around, and you'll be able to find Vaseline as well. That was the last question I'll take, and inshallah Aziz will go for an Asr break, and after Asr break, inshallah Aziz will carry on with the rest of our seminar. Jazakallah khair. To our YouTube followers and people who are listening to us live, I would like to welcome you to our second session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I guess I've just been told we are on Facebook. We've just gone live on Facebook as well. So alhamdulillah, we are simultaneously going on YouTube and Facebook. मैं आप सबका खुशामदीद कहता हूँ. हमने थोड़ा सा वादा किया था कि हम सेमिनार जो है उर्दू में भी करेंगे. So inshallah Aziz, if you have questions और किसी को कुछ समझ नहीं आ रही तो इंशाल्लाह आप उर्दू में भी सवाल कर सकते हैं. हम उर्दू में भी आपका जवाब देंगे. जो हमारा स्टाफ है वो उर्दू भी बोल लेता है, तो आपके साथ जब मैं इंशाल्लाह सफ़र करूँगा, कोई मसला हो तो आप मुझसे उर्दू में भी बात कर सकते हैं. एंड इंग्लिश तो मैं बोल ही रहा हूँ घंटे से. तो इंशाल्लाह Aziz, we will go back to our topics of seminar. I hope everyone has tuned in back again. People who are still praying, I think by the time I'll just briefly run into what we've discussed in the first part of this seminar. So at least then people who are still finishing off their prayers, they can join us as well. I've covered within 1 hour, the first hour, a lot of the basic things, a lot of the majority of the things that people had questions and queries about regarding the passport, what's included in the package, into the package that we're going to send out. The next part, inshallah Aziz, what we'll discuss or we'll go through is the meetup. This is the main purpose and it's the most important part of us being organized with you and interacting with you, so you are aware of what's going to happen at the terminals at Heathrow, what's going to happen mainly at the Hajj terminal. That the main problem or the main headache or the main patients or most patients that we need is at the Hajj terminal. That's the biggest step, and that's where we are all gonna go and get tested with our patients, because minimum Hajj terminal wait is about, or we'll be stuck at the Hajj terminal for 14 to 15 hours minimum, that is. But if we, as I mentioned in the first part, if we are united, if we stay united, we will help one another, and if you listen to our instructions just at Hajj terminal, this journey or this wait at the Hajj terminal could be up to 3 hours. So again, this is all dependent, so please don't hold me to my words. But the minimum stay we've experienced in the past is about 12 to 14 hours. In 2014, we stayed at the Hajj terminal for 5 hours. This was because all the group had listened to us, they followed our instructions, and alhamdulillah, we were really surprised. And it's a well done to all the group of 2014 as well that haven't Hajj with us, that they followed our instructions, everything went smooth, and we were all surprised, and we happily had a lot of energy on the buses going towards Makkah. And then once we reached, we didn't have a long stay in the hotel, and we were straight out for Umrah again as well. So inshallah Aziz, as mentioned, we are all planned. Inshallah Aziz, हमारे साथ 124 लोग हैं जो हज पे जा रहे हैं इस साल, और आपसे जो मुलाकात होगी अगली वो हमारी एयरपोर्ट पर होगी. So we meet up at the airport at Terminal 4, Heathrow Airport, Terminal 4 at 5 PM. इंशाल्लाह Aziz 5 बजे शाम को हम सब का टाइम फिक्स किया है हमने कि हम आप सबसे चाहते हैं कि हम सब 5 बजे एयरपोर्ट पे मुलाकात करें. उसकी वजह ये है कि कुछ चीज़ें लोगों की देनी पड़ेंगी हमें, और उसके अलावा अम्ब्रेलास, किसी की छतरी जो होंगी वो देनी है, किसी को बैंड देना होगा, आपसे कुछ आपका शायद घर पे रह जाए, कुछ काफ़ी सारे मसाइल आ सकते हैं. तो बेहतर हमारा यही आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप हमें 4 बजे हीथ्रो एयरपोर्ट पे लाजमी इंशाल्लाह 5 बजे मिले इंशाल्लाह. ये 3 सितंबर को जब हम फ्लाई आउट कर रहे हैं, फ्लाइट जो है हमारी वो डायरेक्ट सऊदी एयरलाइन से है. इंशाल्लाह अजीज मैं आपके साथ फ्लाई आउट करूँगा, और हमारे साथ मैं अकेले ही आपके साथ फ्लाई आउट करूँगा, और फिर हमारे साथ इंशाल्लाह मक्का जद्दा में वहाँ स्टाफ मौजूद होगा जो हमें अराइवल पे पिकअप करेगा, वेलकम करेगा. हमारे जद्दा में भी स्टाफ होगा जो मक्का के होटल में भी होगा, जो आपकी खिदमत करेगा. मदीना में भी हमारे पास स्टाफ होगा. तो इंशाल्लाह अजीज मिना के दिनों में भी, अरफात के दिनों में भी स्टाफ होगा. तो इंशाल्लाह हमारी जर्नी स्मूथ रहेगी. Just coming back a bit slightly to now the main journey or the main journey I will take you through is it's going to be an extensive one, so I would like everyone to concentrate and listen to me. Obviously this is live, so what I say is also available back on the net, and you can see already the part 1 has been processed and is being uploaded as I talk. Facebook again is already there, it's instantly onto the page as well, so you can always listen back to it as well. You can share this video with us as well. Inshallah Aziz, we'll share this video with you on our WhatsApp group as well. So the proposed time is 5 PM inshallah Aziz. We'll meet at Terminal 4 at Zone C. This is just outside the Saudi terminal, Saudi check-in desks. Once you will come along to the Saudi terminals desk, let's all first meet together. Inshallah Aziz, we'll all get together in a group, we'll all meet together, and if there's any instructions that I would like to give to you, we will give you them as well. We have made special tags for your luggage, which I haven't shown you. They are different from these tags, and those tags are going to be attached to your barcodes for your luggage security tags, which will help us when we get into Jeddah, because it will help you identify your luggage straight away, or I can see that this belongs to my group, because it will have a Noori Travels luggage tag. I will instantly either help you or take it off the belt and put it on off the belt, and then it's easier for us to manage the luggage and come out of the terminal quicker as well. But inshallah we'll come into that later on as well. The reason I'm kind of jumping and pushing, telling you stuff, because that luggage tag is linked with the Jeddah stuff as well. Obviously you will have your passports with you. Please make sure before leaving home you pray 2 nafils, you greet and you say good goodbyes to your family members as well, and remember to double check that you're taking your passport with you. You carry your passport with you. Foreign passport people who have Pakistani passports, Algerian passports, or any other sorts of passports, please don't forget to keep your BRP cards, or if you have an old passport which has a stamp for your indefinite leave to remain, carry that passport with you as well. Please double check you have everything with you once you leave your home. Once you reach at the airport, we will propose an area for us all to gather. We will hand over all your umbrellas for the people who we haven't posted umbrellas to. Any outstanding things, maybe some people might say, we'll have these goodie bags delivered to us at the airport. We'll bring them for you. We are you to do that. We'll hand them over to you, and any outstanding things that we may forget. I'm going to remind you, we may forget to send this to you, but we have made sure, we have double checked that every single person has all the stuff that we have promised and all the extras that we are giving out to you in this package. You will check in at the counters, at the desks, and obviously you will check your luggage in, and once you've checked your luggage, we propose you inform us that you've checked in your luggage. We will be all around there. We'll have our jackets on. You inform our staff you have checked in, and then you are more than welcome to proceed towards the security gates. Once you are past security gates, there are 2 options for us to do. I mean, as I mentioned in the first part, I don't know how many people or how many men have decided to wear the ihram from home or at the airport. So this is something we'll be able to judge when we see you guys, or when we welcome you at the airport. Once we meet you at the airport, we can see, okay, 10 people have the ihram on, so they can stand behind and we all go through security all together. Or if you would like to, I would recommend everyone stick together as a group. I know it's frustrating for you to wait for other families, because some families will be slow. Oh, we're waiting for that particular person, he's been slow. But you know, this is where Hajj is about, to be patient. This is the changes we need to bring into us from the Heathrow terminal. So please make sure we try and move together as a group. Yes, people will be telling us, the security staff at the terminal, even same again at the Hajj terminal, please move along. But if you're traveling with your mum or your dad, you wouldn't leave your mum or dad behind, would you? You move along. So please think of this group as a family. We all 124 of us. If we move together, we won't miss one another. We won't leave one person behind, and it will be much easier for us to do it this way. So please make sure that we all stick together and we stay together as well. The next thing is also, we've checked in our baggage and we are gone past security. Obviously, inshallah, I'll be with you in security. Some people who would say, I need to wear my ihram on, you would need to proceed towards the praying area, multi-faith praying area. You can follow those directions. I can inform you where those are. But just for reference now, as soon as you finish security, you would go towards your left hand side, towards the left far end of the corner. Can't remember the gate numbers, but you'll be able to tell there is where our multi-faith area is, praying area is. I mean, ladies, if you haven't made the intentions of wearing the ihram and praying the nafils, you can still use the multi-faith praying area is for men and women separately, the same area, and you can go inside and do your prayers there as well. And then obviously after your prayers you would come out. If you would like to do some shopping, this is entirely up to you, and then wait wait near the gates before we board onto the plane. Inshallah Aziz, once we board onto the plane, if people who haven't worn their ihram, they can wear them on the plane as well, as mentioned earlier on. I'm not going to go into detail again because it's going to be the same thing that I will be repeating, so we need to move on because obviously Maghrib time is coming close. We'll have to take a Maghrib break as well, and there's many things to cover. So we are on to the plane for argument's sake for this time, and then the plane will take about 5.5 hours for us to land into Jeddah airport. Once we will land at Jeddah airport, I will run you through now the full Jeddah airport journey till getting and checking into Makkah. So please, I would like everyone to concentrate and keep their minds focused, because this is the most important part of Hajj for me and for us as a group. We need to get out of there smoothly. If people disappear, it becomes really difficult for us to get everyone together, because the Hajj terminal is huge. People will be displaced. You've never been to this terminal, so just stick to us as a kid, as a child would do with their parents. And inshallah, our aim would be to get you out of the terminal as soon as possible. Okay, so we've landed at the Hajj terminal, and inshallah Aziz will land by 4 o'clock, 4 in the morning, 4 a.m. So what we'll do is, once we land, the buses will transport us to the Hajj terminal. Once we are at the Hajj terminal, we'll come out of the Hajj terminal and we'll enter into the terminal. Once we enter the terminal, they'll make us sit into a seating area. It's like an arrival area, like we have as we have at the airports. Once we are at the arrival terminal, we'll be sitting in the waiting area. This is an old passport I'm showing you, and I'm showing you this for reference. Again, I'll be there to guide you to where to put these stickers on. But I mentioned in my first part that we'll be provided with another pair of stickers. There'll be about 4 to 5 stickers. Those stickers are the border control stickers, which we need to have in our possessions. People will be there from the ministry providing with the stickers, and we will have some doctors there which will make sure that we have our meningitis certificates onto our passports. It's just a random checkup that they will do. We will inshallah all sit together in one area, and because it will be Fajr time there, we will pray, because there's praying facility at places, praying facility there as well, small praying facility at the terminal. There's washing facilities there as well. So we'll freshen up, and the wait here could be 1 hour, could be 2 hours or 3 hours. So when I will speak with the ministry guys, they will inform us what the wait is, because the reason we will be waiting in this area is after this process we are going to go and do immigration. The reason we are waiting in the waiting lounge is because there's a queue in front of us. There's many flights that will be landing before us, so the ministry don't want you to stand there for hours. They'd rather make you sit in one side. While we are sitting here, I think by the time we land, it'll be Fajr time. We all make wudu, we all pray our Fajr namaz, and after Fajr namaz, inshallah Aziz, we'll come on to the next admin work, which I will tell you now, and then I'll be helping you there. So as I explained, you will have your Hajj visa here. You all have one of these stickers which has Noori Travels written on them. And there's another sticker that you see, because this is an old passport, on here. This old sticker is what we are going to get from the ministry, or the guys, the staff working at the Hajj terminal. They will provide us with a set of 10 stickers, for argument's sake. It's going to be a strip with 4 to 5 stickers. What we need to do is strip one of those stickers off and place that sticker underneath one of the stickers where it says Noori Travel and Tours. For instance, this is an old passport, but our new passport, this is why we have a bookmark on our passports, and the bookmarks that have been provided is just to help you open your passports up straight away, instantly. You know where your visa is. This is how it is at the moment when you will receive your passports, and this part is empty at the bottom. But if you see this old passport, they have these stickers on them. So we will provide this sticker you need to stick on. I will be there at the terminal guiding you once again to how to put these stickers on. People who have visited in our offices, I have told them personally, and they are aware of what to do. But I would ask you, because there would be older lot who wouldn't understand this still now, and they wouldn't understand this at the airport as well. So please help one another, get this sticker on. The quicker we get these stickers on, the quicker we'll move on to the next process. After our sticker has been placed, and we can confirm these stickers are done, then when it's our turn, we'll move on to immigration. Immigration is normal, and the immigration at the terminal could and I think would take up to 2 hours, because the immigration officers they work very slow. They have to make a lot of checks, so please be patient. You could be waiting in the queue for a very long time. Please remember, you are not traveling you're not on a holiday where you just want to get on another part. Shaitan will be making your mind boggle. He will make you lose patience. Remember, every single one of us is wearing ihram. We need to respect what we're wearing, and we need to know the reason we are going. We need to tell our brains, why are we here? Yes, it's a slow system, and compared to the UK system, it's a slow system because we are used to a fast life in the UK. Whereas in the Saudi working life is very laid back, so they take the time processing many things. So please, just be patient. They will fingerprint they will take your fingerprints, they will take your photo, and then they will give you a stamp of entry, where this is a stamp that they will put on the side of your passport. Once you have been given this passports back to you, after that you will come into another area where it's the carousels will be located. But depending on the carousels, because we will have waited 2 to 3 hours for the immigration and in the waiting lounge as soon as we come off the buses, our luggage most likely would have, the workers there would take our luggage off the carousels and it would be lying around in the area. So please make sure that the carousels, your luggage will be lying around. This is why we have provided you with these tags. And the reason we have provided you with these tags is it's easier for you to identify your luggage, because there's going to be thousands of luggage lying around from different flights, from different countries, and it's difficult for you to identify your luggage. If we come out of the terminal and there's immigration quicker, then obviously we'll have our luggage going around the carousels and you pick your luggage off the carousel on a trolley. Once you have your stuff carried off the luggage, or once you have your luggage carried off the carousels and onto the trolleys, please, I would request again, there's only some requests that we will make, and there is a reason behind these requests that we are going to make now. It's going to make your journey smoother. We are going to be with you anyway, but our request is for you to have a smoother journey. So please make sure once you have taken your luggage, don't leave that particular carousel area. Stay around, wait for everyone to have their luggage in their possessions. Once you have had your luggage in your possessions, in your trolleys, you would move on to exiting the Hajj terminal. But this is not finished yet. This is just one step that you've completed. You've come into the waiting area, you've done your immigration, you've collected your luggage, and you're waiting. Let me remind you, some people do lose their luggage there. So please, everyone else, be patient, because it's a big operation. Hajj is not just going on to a small holiday. There's millions of people around you, and there's thousands of people landing simultaneously as we are. So it takes time. The system is great. The Saudi system is perfect, but it takes time because it's managing these people, managing these suitcases for us. So some people do lose their luggages. If you have misplaced your luggage, there's a complaint area which we will take you to. We put a complaint in. Sometimes the luggage is in another trolley coming off the plane, so it takes time coming back, but let's be patient. Then after this, what would happen is we have received our luggage, and we'll be all hopefully be together. Now we are exiting the Hajj terminal. Once we would leave the Hajj terminal, you'd have to put your bags through security. After security, they would put your luggage onto the trolley again. The individual trolleys that you normally find at the normal airports. Once you had your luggage again with you in your possession, you would come onto another desk. On this particular desk, they would put this sticker on. Every year they put the sticker on. So forgive me if this year this sticker is not provided, because this is for the Hajj draft that you paid for. We pay for on your behalf. This Hajj draft is then is electronically checked, and they will put this sticker onto your passport. This sticker is basically, you can see these are empty because they've been used up, but these are the stickers, the vouchers for your transport legs from Jeddah airport to Makkah, then from Makkah to Mina, and then Mina back, then from Makkah to Medina, and then Medina onwards to Medina airport. So all these, this sticker would have all the labels that are for your transport journey leg from the jet. So they will put this sticker onto your passport. Once you have this sticker onto your passport, the next thing you would do is come out of that particular area or the terminal. There they would ask you your maktab number. We have informed you your maktab number. If people are not aware of the maktab number, we will again put this on your WhatsApp. And what they do is they will put these stickers on. If you could see, there's a red sticker at the front of the passport. That's for the previous year, and the year before there's another sticker on the back. This says 44 and this says 56, but you would have these maktab number stickers put on your passport. Once we have come out with these stickers on, again here there will be people, they will be asking you to give you your luggage off you. They will take your luggage off you. It is very important for you as a group to make sure that your luggage goes onto this trolley. Now this trolley is not going to be a small trolley, it's a big trolley. This trolley is going to be like a small rail where they will have big trolleys, and it's going to be pulled by a machine where one of these guys will be asking you to put your luggage in. They will be rude with you, so please again be patient here. They will again ask you to quickly and firmly put your luggage onto this trolley. So please, I put your luggage onto this trolley, but I would request one person from the group, like be a young gentleman, follow this trolley. We will have staff at this Hajj terminal to help us, but please try and follow the trolleys, because this trolley would go and stop in a location where we will get our buses from. So the trolley is taking your luggage to the bus stop, where we will take our buses from to move on to the next leg of the journey, which is going towards Makkah. Once the trolley has reached the bus area, it will take your luggage off the trolley. Please, every single person individually, make sure you have your luggage in your possessions again. Then we would come there and ask you to hand your passports back to us, because till this point you will have your passports with you at the Hajj terminal. Again, how would we ask your passports with you? Obviously, saying people's first name and last names is a lengthy process. I've mentioned this in my first part of the seminar, that you have numbers given to you. So for example, I would say, can I please have passport number 1 till passport number 45 or 47. These people are on bus 1. Then the next process is telling you from 47 to the next 47 people are going to be on bus 2. And the next people, the remaining 100 from the 124 people are going to be on bus 3. I would say, can I have passport number 1? Can please passport number 1 bring the passports and hand them over to me? Passport number 2, passport number 3, and so on forth. We'll go on like this. Now, once we have taken or collected your passports off you, we would go then to the bus admin work. where they will peel off a sticker and they will do some admin work. This admin work can take up to 2 to 3 or 4 hours just to peel a sticker. The reason it's just peeling a sticker, but there are thousands of people in front of us in the queue to be waiting to board the bus to Makkah, so it takes time. Please, 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 I would request you, once we have taken your passports off you, stay together in one area. Please don't wander off to do shopping. These are the common mistakes everyone makes. You wander off to do your shopping. You've come to do Hajj, not to shop. And trust me, the shops don't entice you at Hajj terminal. Please don't go wandering off to do your shopping. Please don't exchange your money. Regarding money exchange, we've already discussed this on the group, that take £100 worth of reals. This is enough for you to take to last you till Makkah. You won't even need £100, but just in case you need money, take £100 worth per person or per family of worth of reals. Regarding SIM cards, which just popped into my mind, is your SIM cards need activating as well. These SIM cards, I cannot tell you where they're going to be activated, but they will be activated at the terminal. Whereabouts is something I will be able to tell you once we land at the Hajj terminal. If it's after where we are at the bus stop waiting, then we'll have 3-4 hours to spare. We can all activate our SIM cards, put them in our phone, go to the washrooms, freshen yourself, but please stay around with your luggage and with your families and with the group. Once these passports we know how are ready and the buses have been allocated to us, we would ask the first bus to come and line up and bring your luggage. Again, once you would drag your luggage, you would put it onto the trolleys. Again, the same big trolleys that had already taken your luggage off. Again, you would put it onto the big trolleys. We will inform you that this trolley must have people from number 1 to number 47 luggage on this trolley. So please hand your luggage to the loaders. They will promptly put your luggage onto the trolleys, and that trolley would then go towards your bus. Once the passports have the sticker, the first sticker has been peeled off, we will hand your passports over back to you. So please make sure you have your passports with you in your hand. The seatings area there where you will sit. We have allocated the buses family wise. The ministry law is, or the rule is, that one bus should have 47 people. So we have made sure we know which family is going how and who is belonging to which family. So the first bus will have 47, the second bus will have 47, and the third bus will have the remaining from the 123 passengers. What the ministry workers try and do is make sure people are not waiting around, and it's their duty, because there's a lot of people coming from behind, so they don't want to have people lagging around or waiting around into the Hajj terminal. So they push people out as soon as possible to get onto the buses. If, as I mentioned, if you will disappear to go shopping, or if you will disappear to the washrooms without telling us, or if you're going to go disappear to do your prayers, what will happen is, this is out of our control. What will happen is, they would put on, the ministry has to make sure every bus has 47 people. If 40 people are ready from our group and they can see 7 people are missing in this bus, they will put 7 people from another bus, from another group, onto that bus. And what happens is that our groups get split. Once our group gets split, then it's a very long, lengthy process. This is why I am requesting you time and time again in the part 1 and again today, just right now, that please, please, let's stick together for just 6 to 7 hours to make our journey as smooth as possible. Because if other people from other group are coming, then what happens is the passports needs to be handed into our group, for example, office, which is 44. The other 7 people which belong into group 56, their office could be 10 to 15 miles away from one another office. And then you would first go to that office, wait for them to hand their passports in, They'll load onto the bus again. They'll come onto the bus again. Then they'll take you to your office. You will hand your passports over. Then we'll come back onto the bus again. And then what happens is they will drop them off to their hotel. We don't know where their hotel is going to be. And then the bus will bring us back to our hotel. So this wastes a lot of time. So please make sure that we are all staying together, we stay united, and we stay onto one bus all together, inshallah. So coming back to the first bus, once we hand your passports back to you, you will board the bus. Make sure you all board the bus again. We request a couple of things here. It makes life easier. That we let our ladies board the bus first, and then the guys come on later on. This rule needs to be remembered all the way through, be it at the terminal, be it in Mina, be it in Arafat, be it in Muzdalifah. Please let the ladies board the bus first, come onto the bus first, and then later on the guys can board the bus. Try getting your ladies first. Try helping the ladies or one another. Try helping the older people as well, please. Once we are onto the bus, then we will the driver will count. It's his responsibility to make sure he has 47 passports and 47 passengers. So this process is lengthy. Up to 4 to 5 people will come and do the same counting again to make sure that 45 people or 47 people are on this bus. Once the driver has his passports in possession, inshallah al-Aziz will be heading towards Makkah. Again, the second bus will have the same process. The third bus will have the same process. The third bus process is that because we will have 23 or 24 people extra, the rest of the remaining bus will have to have extra people into a group from the other people. So if you're at the 100 mark of the group or 120 mark of the group, you will have people from different group join you. We are sorry, there is nothing at all we can do. Even if we pay extra money, we can't do nothing, because this is the ministry's rule. They want to make sure every bus seat is occupied and as many people are going in one bus to avoid congestions on the road, to make sure people get Makkah safely and quickly. Regarding buses, the buses are provided through our Muallim. There is no say of what the condition of the bus is going to be like. This is all depending on our luck. Now, depending on our luck, meaning we could have a brand new bus, it could be a 0-meter bus, and we could have one of the old buses, 10 to 15-year-old buses with no AC. This is something we will have to put up with, because there is no say we can have to say we'd like to choose this bus or that bus. It is what bus is available to us at that point, or what is assigned to us. We'll have to go into that bus. Otherwise, there is no way of arguing. We can't go into this bus. The buses are in good condition there, but it depends again on our luck. Alhamdulillah, every year we do get good condition buses, but then again, it's our luck of what bus we are going to get. Once we are heading towards Makkah, people who have been on Umrah before, the journey from Makkah, from the Jeddah to Makkah is an hour's drive, but this journey could take up to 3 hours. Reason being is the bus drivers are restricted to the speed they can do. There are many checkpoints on this particular journey, and then we will come into a welcome center where they are giving us free Zamzam and small parcels for the Hujjaj provided by the Saudi government. From there, the bus driver will then do some admin work at these welcome centers, and we will be assigned a guide who will take this bus driver to our hotel. The bus drivers, obviously, it's common sense and you'll understand. They are not locals. They are from other Middle Eastern countries, because the bus drivers are short and the bus drivers don't have a clue which way they're going. So we are provided with a guide who will take us to to our hotels and to where we need to check in our passports on. The passports will be given or handed over. The driver will hand over to where our maktab is, who is providing us with the Mina services, the Muzdalifah services, and the Arafat services, and the buses services. So the passports will be checked in and taken away from us for safety reason and for immigration purposes into this particular building. So once we are in this particular building waiting for our passports to be taken away, We will be waiting in the bus. They will provide us with some refreshments. If some people need to use the washroom facilities, we'll be able to use the washroom facilities, but there are one or two washroom facilities available in this particular building where they're checking our passports. Once they take our passports off us, they will provide us with a red band. Every individual will be provided with a red band with a code. It will just tell us or you where your passports are with the location in case we have an emergency. Then the bus driver and the guide will guide us towards our hotel. Our hotel, which I'm sure everyone is aware of. If you're not aware of, it's Burj Al Sultan in Mecca. It's in the Misvilla area. It's a 2-star hotel. It's been clearly told, we've clearly informed you of the hotel condition. You can see the condition of the hotel on the website. It's written on your contracts what kind of hotel is. And from speaking from experience, as we're landing Fajr time at the airport in Mecca, we should aim to, if we all get together, get to Mecca inshallah before Zuhr. So we should check in to our hotel before Zuhr. If for argument's sake anything gets delayed, what would happen is, argument's sake, we just get to our hotel before Zuhr. The location we are in, where the location of our hotel is, the roads get blocked before every Salah time. And this is something that you will witness. People will be praying in front of your hotel. People will be praying into the lobby of our hotel. People will be praying outside on the roads in front of our hotel. So for safety reason, the Saudi police officers or traffic controllers close the road to our hotel. This is going to happen if we get there before Zuhr prayer. Just before Zuhr prayer, about half an hour before Zuhr prayer. If we get there 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, then we won't have any issues and the bus will take us outside our hotel and we will come off outside our hotel. Argument's sake, it's Zuhr time, the roads are blocked. There's two options there. You can stay in the bus, wait for the buses to the roads to open, and the bus will come round and drop us off outside the hotel. The second option we will have is we will come off the bus and have a 5 to 6 minutes walk from the main bridge or the main road to our hotel. There's no traffic on that road. You will see everyone walking. It all depends on your personal preference. Would you like to walk because you've had enough of the journey, you're tired, you want to go to your hotel room and freshen up? Then you're more than welcome to do that. We will guide you or we'll inform you this when we're in the bus. Now you're probably thinking, what's going to happen with our luggage? Your luggage will be on top of the buses. Once the namaz has finished or the salah has finished, the bus will come all the way around outside our hotel. You're thinking, what's going to happen? And what you would do if you're walking, you would take your personal belongings with you, which will be your money and your main personal belongings with you, and you would walk towards the hotel, which we will guide you to. The walk again is about 5 to 6 minutes maximum walk. This is me talking when you're slow walking from that bridge to our hotel. You don't have to do this walk, but if you would like to and you're frustrated, you want to get some fresh air, you want to stretch your legs because you've had a long journey, then you can walk. Your luggage is going to be on top of the buses. We have provided you with these luggage tags and we have informed you of your room numbers. Your room numbers will be on these tags. Once the bus comes round, we would take your luggage off the buses and it will be in the reception area. The reception area is very small and maybe it will overload the reception with everyone's luggage. Now, some people have walked maybe from the bus to the hotel. Some people are still in the buses. No problem. Once you get to the hotel, all your rooms in Mecca will be open. All of you will have known your room numbers. What we request you to do is, people who are on the first or second floor, use the staircases to go to your rooms. People who are on the 4th or the 5th floor, use your lifts to go to your rooms. The lifts are small, so take 3 to 4 people can fit into the lifts. There's about 4 lifts. If you are on room 206, that means you're on floor 2. If you are on room 506, that means you're on your room floor 5. Then we will provide you with your keys, or you can ask our staff for the keys. This is something we would inform you again at the reception to what to do. As I mentioned, your luggage will be in reception. Take as much as luggage as you can. If you can't, leave your luggage at the reception. Our staff will help export or transport your luggage onto your floors. So if your tag says 206, we will leave your luggage on outside floor 2, floor 2, and then you can take it to your hotel or your room from there. Inshallah, this process could take up to 2 hours or 3 hours checking in, because there's 124 of us checking in. Once we've checked in to our hotel, we would then decide a time for us to do Umrah all together. There's two options here again. People who have been to do Umrah before, you would inform us if you would like to do individual Umrah, depending on what your physical strength is. If you've got the energy, you're more than welcome to do your own individual Umrah. If you haven't got the energy, you would like to take rest, you take rest and do your individual Umrah again. People who are going with us for the first time for Hajj and Umrah, we will have tour guides with you. We will set a time to say, okay, we will take 1 hour, or we take 1 hour's rest or 2 hours rest. After 2 hours, let's everyone come to reception. We'll wait for you for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then we will all individually leave as a group to go do Umrah. Once we've done our Umrah, obviously we will shave our heads off. We come and the ladies will take their ihram off. We will come into our normal clothing, and our Umrah is completed. I would not go into detail on how to do Umrah, because I'm sure everyone's doing their personal reading, and if you've been to many seminars where they have tirelessly and many times again, people have said on how to do Umrah again. So if people would like to, as we mentioned, we'll do another seminar if it needs to, and we can just speak about how to do Umrah in detail. Again here, I would like to mention a few things. After we've done Umrah, obviously we will shave our heads and we come into our normal clothing, and then we'll have 4 to 5 days in Makkah, where we will also have held seminars, or seminars just like I'm holding one now here, and you'll be there in front of me inshallah, and then any questions, any problems or we're having, we will inform you. Some issues I would like to address now, which we know, I'm sure we will, even though I'm addressing them now, we'll have them again. Some people are sharing rooms. So if you're sharing a room in a triple room or a quad room, please make sure you do not take your keys with you when you're going to Haram to pray your Fajr, Zuhur, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. Because everyone will have their own time to leave to go pray. So what to do, if you are leaving or you're the last person to leave your room, please leave your room keys at reception. So the following person who's going to come after namaz, at least he's not waiting to get some rest, and he's waiting for you and he's trying to contact you to say, please bring the keys. So if you leave your keys in reception, they are safe, you hand your keys in. If your partner who is sharing a room with you, he will instantly bring your room, come back to his room, take his keys, and he'll go to the room. Again, people who are sharing, you have not lived one another, you are sometimes sharing with someone who you've just met for the first time. Please try to get along with one another. Please try to respect one another's sleeping behaviors. Please try to respect one another and make them welcome, because the people you are going to share rooms with, I can tell you this, you will become best friends with them, and the Hajj friend is the best Hajj friend you would ever meet. Even now, when I randomly went to London one day and I met someone from our group, they just tapped me from the back and they said they met me with so much love. It's unbelievable. So please try getting along with one another if you're sharing a room. Obviously, if you're sharing a family room, if we've promised you a double room, you are 100% going to get a double room. If we've promised you or you've booked a triple room, we are promising you and you will 100% get a triple room, and same again with the quad rooms. We try our best to accommodate a quad room, sharing room, one another, because obviously your wife is going to be in 206 and you're going to be in 207 if you're sharing a room. So we made sure, we try our best to level out the group as possible. I will talk about the Medina Hotel just briefly later on as well. because we're going towards Makkah at the moment now as well. Food is included in this package, so breakfast, lunch and dinner is included. We would inform you the timings of breakfast, lunch and dinner, which will be the notices will go in the lift to the timings. Please follow these timings. We give about 2 to 3 hours of brackets of for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Please follow these strictly. We are lenient on the first couple of days because we understand people are tired and they want to get rest and they come late for lunch or breakfast, whatever. So please follow these religiously, these timings, because that's what we do. The breakfast, lunch and dinner is going to be a buffet style breakfast, lunch and dinner. If you haven't seen our YouTube videos for 2015, please, I would recommend you see these videos. It's purely because you can have a view of how the group runs. Please clean your tables. I don't mean by wiping everything down, but your plates that you've eaten into, carry them, the disposable plates, and put them in the bin, because someone's going to come after you and eat there. And I'm sure you yourself, if you were going to eat there, you wouldn't like to sit on a messy table. Another thing is, when we have seminars, we will only have 1 hour seminar, and we will put the notices up again in the lifts on your floors to inform you of the time of the seminars again. But mainly all seminars are after dinner, so this is about 10 o'clock, and from 10 to 11 we have 1 hour seminar, because I understand people are tired. I can see there's questions coming up. Please everyone, get your questions coming. The reason I'm not bringing a question in at the moment is I would like to explain this in one go, so it's everyone understands this, and then people who are going to view this later on, when they get in their own time, at least they can just follow up straight away. But I would like you, even if you're watching us live right now, to listen to this part 2 again, if it takes you time. But it's going to take you time, but at least it's in your brain, and you've programmed it in your brain that what's going to happen furthermore. So SR is where our breakfast, lunch and dinner will be served. SR is the floor. You would see on the lift what to press on the SR. Inshallah Aziz, we will be breaking for Maghrib shortly as well. But just quickly, if you allow me 5 more minutes to speak, and then we'll take another 15 minutes break for Maghrib. And let's just, we have reached Makkah and we have done Umrah virtually. So there's not much to go about this. So inshallah we will be breaking up soon anyway. The notices will be put up in lifts to explain to you when are the Hajj seminars and everything. Regarding room luggage tags, if you leave your room luggage downstairs, we'll help you bring it upstairs. And that's about it really. So we are, I think, close to the Maghrib break, inshallah. If you have any more questions, obviously you can answer question us. So once we are checked into our Makkah hotel, we will have some regular seminars there. If anyone has questions, you're more than welcome to ask those questions. If the question comes into your mind after the seminar has finished, again we have WhatsApp where you can obviously ask us those questions and we'll answer them. If you listen back to the seminar and something's unclear, or maybe I haven't explained anything properly to you, then you can ask us those questions again, and we'll be more than happy to go through them again. So once we've done the group Umrah, we'll take our ihram off. I've explained breakfast, lunch and dinner, how it's going to be provided. Again, please try cleaning the area. Just clean up your plates, respect one another, have patience on one another. We have people from all walks of life. We have professional people, we have surgeons with us, we'll have factory workers with us. Everyone doesn't think the way you think. So please, respect one another. Try getting along with one another. We are not there to, pick fingers on each other. We are there to do your Hajj. Yes, we are traveling with one another. It's the one of the amazing parts of the journey, because you make new friends. But please, let's not try to argue with one another. And if you're sharing a room, again, please respect one another. And inshallah Aziz, we'll have Hajj, the proper Hajj detail seminar in Makkah as well. That's explained till Umrah. Inshallah Aziz, we'll take a quick break for 15 minutes for Hajj. I have one question which is I can see up on my screen and it's been there for a while. This brother or sister, whoever's asked this question, may be thinking, why hasn't he answered my question? So we'll answer that question. Then we'll go for a Maghrib break. After Maghrib break, the thing that we're going to explain is the basic things of Hajj, or all the logistics of Hajj, how we're going to do Hajj, where we're going to move from one day to another. Again, just like I've explained up to getting into Makkah, and then I will explain the small part of Medina, when we're going to Medina, how we're going to Medina, and then I think question and answer session is promised as well. But your questions are flowing in anyway as they are, so I'm answering them as they are going along. But if you have any question, then we'll answer them as well. Someone has asked, the question is, I have two British passports, old and new, stapled together by yourselves. Do I take both of them with me, or shall I detach my old passport from the new? Let me just, because I'm going to say this question again, because this is for people who are asking, I have two British passports. Okay, the reason we asked your British passport was, your old British passport, it was because it was a requirement by the Saudi embassy in the UK to make sure people who have been previously in the 5 years weren't allowed to travel to do Hajj. And reason being is the ministry or the government is being fair. They don't want the same people to go do Hajj. They want to have different people coming for Hajj. This is why we requested your old passports from you, and this was something recently came in, and this is why the people who booked us with in January, February time, we didn't know of this rule. This is the requirement that came before we lodged your passport in. So this is something we had to immediately tell you and get these requirements in. Regarding, do I travel with these two passports? No, you don't travel with two British passports. You will only travel with the British passport that has your Hajj visa on it. And the Hajj visa that you will have on would have your bookmark which says your visa. You can detach your old passport, your old British passport, if you would like to, and leave it home. If you would like to travel with it, you're more than welcome to travel with your old British passport. Now, another question someone might have, and some people will get confused, to say, and they will hold me to this, to say, you said leave your old passport home. This does not apply to people who have foreign passports. For argument's sake, if you have an Indian passport, if you have a Pakistani passport, if you have an Algerian passport, you must travel with your old passport. Reason being is your old passport will hold your residence permit, or maybe if it's an old passport, then it would have your visa stamp to say you have limited remain to leave in the UK. You're allowed to remain in the UK, which will have your old passport. If you leave your old passport in the UK, you will have a lot of problems. So please, if you have a foreign passport, you will travel with your old passports with it. If you have your BRP card, please travel with it. You will be able to fly out if you take your new foreign passport, but when you're coming back to the UK, they will try and finding your visa to the UK in your new passport. Unfortunately, it will be on the old passports, and you will face a lot of problems going back to the UK, because you will have to get your passports out to Saudi Arabia. We had someone who did this mistake, so please, let's learn from previous mistakes and make that same mistake. So once again, to summarize that question, if you've got two British passports, don't travel with your old passports. If you're a foreigner which has Pakistani, Indian or other foreign passport nationalities, please travel with your old passport and your BRP card if you have one. There's another question that has come up, what I would like to see, but I can't see on the screen properly. The question is on the subject of long queues, waiting time in the airport. Recommend for elderly, injured, those unable to stand for long periods of time, to bring a foldable stool to use in queues of seating is unavailable in the airport. Okay, there are long queues everywhere, and you will have to wait. But then to answer this question regarding long queues, The ministry or the government, the system is to, they are there to serve you as well. This is what their motto is as well, that they would like to serve the Hujjaj just like what our motto is. There is plenty of seating spaces available everywhere where there is waiting area. For argument's sake, let's just recap. Once you will come off the bus, there is waiting area where there is seating area, proper waiting lounges for you to sit down and wait. Where we're going to pray our Fajr. This is that area. The only area we won't have a waiting area or a stool to sit on is where the immigration is. But the immigration queue is somewhere up to an hour maximum, depending on the queue and how quickly they are processing your passports. Here I would recommend, if someone who is unable to walk or injured or elderly and can't stand for long periods of time, carry a stool with you. On the other side, when we are going to be waiting for our buses, again there is ample place of seating areas for you, so you'd be able to sit there as well. Is there any question now? There is another question?
There's lots of questions.
Okay, I think we're running late for Maghrib, so what we'll do, we've got loads of questions, I've been told. We'll wait for those questions at the end, but obviously I only thought we had only 2 questions, but it's enough for us to answer and move forward. The rest of the questions we'll answer later on. So inshallah, we'll have a 15 minutes break now. It's 8:45. Inshallah, we'll be back on air again 9 p.m. and we'll have a short praying break as well. And inshallah, any questions, we're open to them. The next part will be, just to briefly, will be regarding the Hajj, how we're going to leave for Hajj, the main Hajj days, Medina, coming back to the UK, and then after that we'll wind up to question and answer. Jazakallah khair, and for bearing me, because obviously I've just gone on and about again for another hour. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back from the Maghrib prayer break. Sorry, we just had a few difficult technical issues. This is why we're another couple of minutes late. But inshallah, we'll carry on from where we left off from. If you're just joining us from your work commitments or anywhere, a very welcome to you. And this is our live Hajj seminar for 2006. Alhamdulillah, we've discussed many topics. One of them is obviously we started from the introduction of the Hajj package, officially welcoming you, which you can see in part 1. We also discussed the goodie bag, your Hajj passports, what's included in them, and the Hajj guide and the Umrah guide, the water bottles, the ihram, how to put your ihram on, the umbrellas. That all was discussed in the part 1 as well. And also meetup was discussed in part 1 as well, alhamdulillah. And then we went for Asr break, came back, and then we from Asr to Maghrib in detail, but it's another hour's talk we had regarding meeting up from the Heathrow terminal all the way to getting into our hotels and checking into Makkah. Just so we inshallah will pick up from where we left off. In the break time, I realized that there's about 7 to 8 questions that need answering. It's perfect. I mean, this is what I had wanted the seminar or the question and answer sessions to be. I would like people to ask more questions. Inshallah, please just be patient because I'm trying to finish off the Umrah topic, just where we were, and then the Hajj. We won't go in detail regarding Hajj, but we'll just talk briefly about Hajj. And then inshallah, this is in Makkah, we'll talk about in detail as well. And then we'll come on to your question and answers as well. It's 9:20. We did say inshallah till 10 o'clock we'll wind up everything. So inshallah this next half hour we'll just discuss Hajj journey briefly, and then in detail inshallah when we're in Makkah together. It's good to talk. I think I prefer talking when I've got a live audience in front of me than rather than talking to just these 2 cameras, and I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable, but I think I've found my comfort zone as well since the seminar has moved on. we had some issues. This was the first time ever I've done one of these live seminars. So we've had some technical issues, some voice problems. Thank you for your feedback. We really appreciate your feedback. It's your feedback that has got us here to where we are today, alhamdulillah. So yeah, we were just checked into our Makkah hotel, and then we will decide a time to say we will rest for an hour or two, and then we will go and speak, see the opinions of people. If people would like to do group umrah, and some people will do individual umrah. Regarding group umrah, we will go as a group, people who will opt in to do umrah as a group. But you have to remember, and you will see this, and people who have been there before, it's very difficult for us to do umrah together. However, we will be with you around doing tawaf, we will do the sa'i with you, we will take you into inside haram, tell you where to start off from as well. But at times what happens is someone gets pushed, and it's not an intentional push by someone, it's just, you know, by mistake someone ends up pushing you, or the amount of rush that will be, the rush will bring you forward, then the group, or they will split us in between. So what you need to bear in mind is just keep your family around you, for example, misses, spouses, or parents together, and just try and, you know, stick together, stick around. We'll make sure we do the tawaf together, the sa'i together, but sometimes, you know, we become distance between each other as well. So it doesn't mean you wait for us to come back. You carry on doing your tawaf. This is about umrah I'm talking about. You carry on doing your sa'i. So once you finish it, we will find a location where we can say, okay, this is the spot. We will wait for you, and we'll have a meetup point inside haram as well. If we separate from one another as well, inshallah. Coming on to that then, and if you're doing individually doing umrah, then obviously you will entirely do your umrah up to yourself as well. Remember, before we get to the Makkah, I have met people who are going in the group and they're saying, I am very calm, I will be patient, I am the most person who will have the patience and stuff like this. Let me tell you this, you will lose your patience, you will get angry. So, but please try to control your anger. It's not because you as a person yourself has anger inside you, or your personality is like you get angry, but it's just you're going to be wearing ihram, and the shaitan is going to make you want to fight with me or one another, or the people who are organizing the group, or maybe ministry. You'll be annoyed, why are they taking so much time, why are they so slow. You will use your tongue to say bad words to them, but you've got to remember you're wearing your ihram. So please, make sure you have patience. You need to be calm, you need to be cold, you need to switch yourself off, you need to disconnect all your emotions that are connected with you when you're going to Hajj. And then the only emotion that you need to have, or the only thing that needs to be switched on personally and mentally, is that you are going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are going to please Him. You're going to ask for forgiveness. This is why we are going on Hajj. This is the only reason. You're not going to impress me. You're not going to impress your family or friends to say, oh, particular person has gone on Hajj. Wow, it's a big thing. No. The Hajj purpose of you going on Hajj is not to say you've lived in a 4-star or 5-star hotel, or you've had the best facilities ever. The whole purpose and the whole bottom line of the Hajj is you are going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone has bad deeds, and I have bad deeds, you have bad deeds, but you are aware of your bad deeds because you've done your bad deeds. So you are going to ask and cleanse yourself. You're going to ask for forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, you need to turn your switches on that are switched off, because we are so busy in the worldly life here that, we are going into the back, we're going into time and turning back time, because obviously we're going to Saudi Arabia. This is how, and you got to think that the facilities you are being provided by us, or the facilities we have now in this world, because the world's been updated, we're traveling by plane, we're going to travel by buses. Imagine the time the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam carried out his Hajj. It was just on walking, camels. It was heat. You'll have aircon. Now even in Haram there is air conditioning. In your Mina tents, you will have air coolers. In your Arafat, you will have air conditioning. So how easy Hajj has become, we will still complain. It's us, it's our human nature. But remember, we are going there to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us this ability, and the main ability is to have patience. I believe if everyone in the group will have patience, will help one another and listen to us where we like you to take you to, because our aim is to give you a smoother journey. And if you're going to listen to us, you will have a smoother journey. Be it you've been on Hajj many times, be it you've been on Umrah many times, be it you've been on Hajj with different groups many times. Every person and every group has their way of organizing. And alhamdulillah, where we've organized in a certain way as well. So I would like and request you to please, follow our instructions, and inshallah Aziz, we'll have a great smooth journey inshallah. Coming on to or moving on to the Umrah with the group when the day we get there. Inshallah Aziz, once we've done our Umrah and I've explained about food and lunch and dinner, breakfast, and yeah. One more thing that I'd like to bring up, because we are talking about Makkah, your laundry is included in this package as well. So we are providing you free laundry in this package. How the laundry will work, obviously we can go into much detail when we're in Makkah, but just a brief on laundry, because obviously we'd like to wind up, because I'm sure people have more commitments after 10 as well. We will provide you laundry vouchers to you in Makkah per person or per room, and what you will do is you need to write your name, your items that you're given. Please avoid giving small items like your socks and your undergarments, because they'll easily get lost. Not that your clothes get lost, but they will, they can't bound to get lost as well, because there's so much laundry. We have a designated area on the staircase in the hotel where we will tell you to leave your laundry. Please leave your laundry on time, because once the laundry guy has been, the dry cleaners have been, we won't be able to send your clothes for dry cleaning again. You'll get laundry vouchers every 2 days. So inshallah Aziz, once you have your vouchers, you can leave your laundry, and then same area will be the place where you'll be able to collect your laundry from. It's because he's going to put it into hangers, and with your room numbers will be allocated onto them. Please collect your laundry straight away, and the timings we give you for your laundry, please hand in your laundry on time as well. Same, this is for Makkah and Medina, same wise for laundry as well. Food wise we've explained, laundry's been explained. Now inshallah we'll move on to Hajj. Regarding Hajj, I will just briefly touch onto the Hajj part, because it's so extensive, and obviously we've been talking you've been glued into us for 3 hours and staying and keeping, concentrating on this topic. I guess it gets boring after a while as well. So but I had to give you these details because obviously you're going on Hajj and you need to be aware of every problem or issue we will face. What would happen is before we for Hajj, when we will go, we will inform you a day before how the Hajj arrangements are made. What it tends to be is the ministry, you got to remember that on this particular night, whenever we're going to leave for Mina, we're going to leave the night before. By the Sharia law, we have to be into Mina after Zuhr time. So for argument's sake, tomorrow after Zuhr, we have to be in Mina. But what we tend to do is, we tend to leave a night before. So for example, tonight, we will leave towards Mina. The reason we will leave a night before is because everyone settles down, and people tend to leave in the morning. There's a lot of rush as well, and you've got to understand, simultaneously everyone is moving from one place to another. So you've got to understand, for argument's sake, when we on bank holidays, when we go to Heathrow Airport, M25 is packed because there's thousands of people going on holiday. But you've got to remember, in Makkah there's millions of people waiting or residing in Makkah just before Mina night. And now everyone is migrating to Mina that particular night. So what happens is, it's a lot of traffic, and obviously you will witness this once we are going to Mina. There's a lot of traffic, and the government has good plans in place where what they do is every group has 2 or 1 buses depending on the amount of Hajjaj they have. So argument's sake, we have 124 people. we shall be allocated with one bus only. For that, and that bus, one bus, it doesn't mean that 124 people will come onto that bus. It means that bus will do 2 rounds or 3 rounds in routes to go to from Mecca to Mina. And the reason being is, if they provide us 3 buses, there's 3 more buses more on the road and it's more congestion. So just to reduce the congestion on the road for buses, every group has to do rounds. So some buses are in Mecca, some are in Mina, and they're moving simultaneously. It's a proper operation. We would inform you of the time of when the buses will come. But again, the times we give you, we can't promise you a time. It's because, again, if the ministry has given us time at 10 o'clock at night to come collect the bus, by the time buses will come back to our hotel, and because we are in the prime location, we are in the hot spot of Mecca, in the center of Mecca, it takes time for the buses to come to our hotel. So, argument's sake, we give you time of 10 p.m. The buses won't arrive at 10 p.m. So please don't ask me what time the bus is coming. Please don't ask any of the staff, where is your buses? It's congestion. And you can understand, once you get stuck in traffic, it doesn't give you, you don't know what time the traffic is released, because what happens is some brand new buses break down, some old buses break down, someone has an accident, the police blocks the road for congestion, so they can ease the congestion. So if we are giving you a time of 10 o'clock at p.m. at night, you have to be ready for 10 p.m. But what you can do is wait in your rooms, right? You can wait in your rooms and we will inform you. We would say, argument's sake, the buses come at 12, 1 o'clock at night. We will knock on your rooms and say, look, bus number 1, from people from 1 to 47, please come down, the bus is here. You will come downstairs from your rooms, board the bus. Our request here is, because we have one bus and we have to do 2 rounds or 3 rounds, we request, and it's not something that you have to do, this is entirely up to you, we get as many people onto the bus as possible, because the journey is only half an hour, 45 minutes drive from Mecca to Mina, and we get people transported from Mecca to Mina as quickly as possible, because we don't know if one bus gets, say, in 10 minutes into Mina, but then on the way back it might break down, there might be more traffic, so it could take up to 3 to 4 hours, and it has in the past gone to 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Before people, the bus could come back from Mina in one round. So this is why we request and we get many people as possible onto one bus, and then we have to do less rounds. This is just only from Mecca moving to Mina. Now once we are in, and we're talking about, people might have this question, what time are we going to get into Mina? Perhaps previous experience, we get into Mina before Fajr. So the Sharia law says you have to get there for Zohar time, but we get there way before, and we all settle down into our tents. In Mina, there's going to be air coolers provided into the tent. You will be provided with a mattress. The mattress it's like a sofa cum bed mattress, but it's not what we have in UK. It's just a small mattress, enough for one man to lay down, or a lady to lay down, and you have a small pillow and a blanket for you to cover yourself. And once again, ladies or men, what they tend to do is take up 2 mattresses. But look, everyone has one mattress, and please, it's only you're there for only a couple of days. It's not like you're there forever. So please, make spaces for one another. Don't argue. We have this argument every year. Oh, I want this place. I want to sleep here. I can't sleep here. And please, just be patient. You're there for Hajj, not for luxuries. You're paid for luxuries. We will provide you these luxuries, but it's not like you're there to enjoy those luxuries. It's enough for you to feel comfortable, sleep comfortably. You can sit on the sofas comfortably and pray. This is your main aim. You're going there to pray. You're going there to ask for forgiveness. Let me remind you, the nights of Mina are as special as the night of Laylatul Qadr. We pray all night on the Laylatul Qadr. The night before Arafat is as a special night as Laylatul Qadr. But unfortunately, all we do is sleep. All we do, we will be eating and sleeping and talking. This is not the time to talk. You can talk to one another when you're at the airport. You can talk to one another when you go home. But these times you've paid money, you've taken your time off work, you've left your parents home, you left your children at home. What are you there for? This is the purpose of to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you're going there and you're going to do your talking and you're going to moan about one person, you're going to complain about one another. If someone is being harsh with you, just be patient. This is maybe that patience of yours is when Allah will say, okay, because of this person was patient, I will forgive him. Because of this person has done this good deed, I will forgive him. Because of this person has helped that person on Hajj, I will accept his Hajj. So you don't know when Allah is going to accept our Hajj. It could be in Mina, it could be in Arafat, it could be in Muzdalifah, it could be when you're going to Jamrat. You don't know when you take Tawaf Ziyarat. It's the good deeds you will carry out is when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept our Hajj. When we do Hajj, so this is what we need to pray, that we're going to do Hajj. We will carry out all our manasiks, but our dua should be, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you've given me the ability to do all the arkan. You have given me the ability to come to your place. You have given me the ability to do everything of Hajj. But oh Allah, please put my name in those whose Hajj has been accepted. Inshallah, we will pray together as well, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts our Hajj. Ameen summa ameen. Moving forward, so once we are into Mina, I've explained what facilities are there for you. Breakfast, lunch, dinner will be provided in Mina, inshallah, but they will be in small pack lunches. The breakfast will be maybe some pot noodles, some juice, some milk and tea will be provided. It will be basic lunch. Try to reduce the amount of food you eat there in Mina, Arafat and Muzdalifah. You're going to pray there. Once again, I will say this. And the reason I'm saying this is the toilet facilities. Obviously, there's thousands of people in our area where we'll be camping out in Mina. The toilet facility, the queues are very long. So the less you eat, the less need you will need to go to the washroom as well. Again, with the praying area. Some people ask regarding towels. In Mina, you won't need towels because you're wearing your ihram. After you've taken your ihram off, you will need towels. But I will come on to that. You can bring your towels back from Makkah, which I will come later on to it. Also, take some washing soap which is unscented because you're wearing your ihram. So you have to take unscented soap. So if you haven't purchased unscented soaps, you can buy them from the shops. I'm sure on our group people can help one another to say if you're getting any soaps online, where you can get them unscented soaps from. If you can't find them or locate them in the UK, inshallah, in Makkah, there's shops there where we will be able to locate unscented soaps there as well, inshallah. Okay, moving forward, so Mina, we will obviously reach Mina, inshallah, as I said, blanket, sofa bed and a pillow is provided. Once again, the men's will sleep separately and the women sleep separately as well, but we won't be in different camps. You'll be in one camp, it'll be a partition, men in one side and the women will be on the other side as well. After that, inshallah, so we will sleep that night in Mina, and the next morning we will wake up, we will read Fajr, Zuhur, Asr, Maghrib and Isha there in Mina, and we'll pray together and we'll have food and we'll sleep there as well. The next morning, which is the day of Arafat, I will just briefly touch into how the day of Arafat will work. What happens is when we will be staying, as I mentioned, in area of tent, we will have up to 4,000 to 5,000 people around us. So what happens is the manager of that area does a lucky draw to say there's 4 groups, they'll pick numbers. So maybe our number is first number or maybe our number comes 5th. That means that number is for what time is the group going to go. So if we're number 5, our turn comes 5th. So those 2 buses or 3 buses that group leader will be allocated in Mina will go and drop off the first lot of Hajjaj into Arafat. Then it will come back, or more buses will come back. We'll board the buses and then we'll go. Regarding buses here, the buses are nice and clean here. I mean, again, if people jump into one bus, as many as possible, good. But there is enough buses in Mina for you to come, for us to go to Arafat, or for us to get transported onto Arafat as well. Inshallah, once we'll get to Arafat, this is the main day of Hajj. Timing wise, what time will we get to Arafat? Obviously, after Fajr, buses start coming from Mina, and timing wise, we'll be there for about 9 to 10 o'clock in Arafat. Once we are in Arafat, inshallah, we'll have air conditioned tents. There's no sofa beds there because obviously we're only there for about 6 to 7 hours. So from 10 o'clock in the morning till Maghrib, which is about 7 o'clock in Saudi, we'll be there. So just say 7 to 8 hours. Obviously, food is provided here again, inshallah, in Arafat. We'll have some fresh drinks for you as well. AC is provided. Again, ladies will be separately, men's will be separate as well. We'll pray Zuhur here. We'll pray Asr here as well together. After Zuhr, we have a small gathering where we'll do some zikr, we'll ask for forgiveness. After Asr, obviously, it's when everyone comes out of the tents, and from Asr till Maghrib, we have to ask for forgiveness under the sky, which we will all do as a group as well. Briefly, you can see that on our last year's video as well. We have some shots from last year as well, previous year as well. Here I would like to add, in Muzdalifah, we will give you sleeping bags for Muzdalifah. In Arafat, we will provide you sleeping bags for Muzdalifah. Just one more thing I would like to add, the sleeping bags, obviously it's baking hot there, so it's not going to be like a sleeping bag what you get when you camp here. It'll be a nice thin mattress for you to sleep on or to rest on with a small pillow, depending on what we get transported. Sometimes there is a pillow, sometimes there's no pillow. So again, the sleeping bags is one per person. We have this problem every year, and I would like to make sure that you understand this. Once we have given you your sleeping bag, it is your responsibility to look after it. Some people pinch your sleeping bag. It's not our responsibility. Once it's in your possession, it's yours to look after. We can't do anything that, oh, this person's taken mine, I left mine here a minute ago, now it's disappeared. There are many people out there who, you know, it's sorry to say we go there for Hajj, but they do these things that they pinch each other's sleeping bag. Not especially in your group, but people from other group might see this facility, oh, there's a sleeping bag, they'll come and pinch your sleeping bag as well. So once you are provided a sleeping bag, it's your responsibility to look after it. Please also carry your umbrellas with you. These are the things, what you need to carry. I think I'll talk about the things that we need to carry for you to Mina. I will come into that as well at the end as well, because maybe someone might even ask me that question later on, because I haven't read your questions yet. Moving forward, we are in Arafat, so before Asr maybe we'll give you your sleeping bags. After Asr we'll pray together, and we'll ask for forgiveness inshallah Aziz, and then it will come Maghrib time. But we will not pray Maghrib in Arafat. And the reason of this is because you don't have to pray Maghrib in Arafat, you have to pray in Muzdalifah. Again, we are getting transported now, we need to move from Arafat to Muzdalifah. Same system will be for buses. It's going to be a ticket system. Whoever's number is first, they will go into the buses. Once we get into the buses, we'll come into Muzdalifah. I will reiterate again, please let's get the ladies or the elderly who are less able to walk onto the buses first, and then the gentlemen or the men come onto the buses later on. Moving forward, once we get into Muzdalifah, I'm sure everybody is aware that Muzdalifah only you are staying open air. There is no tent provided, and you don't have to sleep under a tent. So once we get into Muzdalifah, it's just plain ground. We will decide a location or an area to say, okay, 124 of us can sleep here. We will obviously, inshallah, stay put, rest there and camp there for the night, inshallah. But obviously, once we decided a place, we will pray Maghrib, which we didn't pray, and Isha together with one aqama. So there will be one azan, one aqama, and then we will pray Maghrib Fard first, 3 of them, then we pray our Isha Farz, and then after that the rest of the Sunnah. After we have completed this process, we will start picking our pebbles. Obviously, we have provided you with these pebble bags. So please, again, these are one per person. We can't provide you with another one because there is limited amount of stuff we can carry with you because we're doing Hajj as well. So carry your pebbles, put them in here. There are empty bottles, plenty of water bottles around in Muzdalifah. You can wash your pebbles, which you should do, and then put them in here. If you don't want to use this bag, no problem. You can leave your pebbles into your water bottle that you wash them into. Just before we move on from Muzdalifah onwards, because we slept the night in Muzdalifah and we picked our stones, I will briefly pause here and just go back to what to take to Mina. There's not many things that you need to take to Mina, especially for men I will talk about. Men, you can just take your ihrams, which you're wearing. If you would think you would need another ihram, you take your another ihram. You carry these bags and you only bring your Quran Pak or any wazaif that you read, bring a book of that as well. Apart from that, if you need medication or you're used to medication, you take regular medication, blood pressure or any problems you have, you bring your medication with you. Your phone chargers you can bring with you. And apart from that, there is nothing else I would recommend for men to bring. If you want, you can bring a spare slippers in case that one snaps or anything happens. Then you bring a pair of slippers as well. There's nothing else that you need to pack with you to bring to Mina. The less stuff you take to Mina for camping, which I would say with camping, is the easiest you will have a journey. For ladies, again, it's the same. Less luggage, the better it is for you. But obviously, you know your requirements better. If you need to take medication or any other things that you need to do, I would recommend here, as someone did mention earlier on, take Vaseline with you, because these main Hajj days, you're wearing the ihram the longest for 5 days, 3-4 days, and you get rashes quickly. So take your Vaseline with you because you would need it, as someone did earlier on recommend, and I would recommend this as well. We are now in Muzdalifah, coming back to Muzdalifah night. We will sleep the night in Muzdalifah, we'll wake up for Fajr, we'll pray Fajr, and after Fajr the buses started to come for us to take us to Mina, because we need to go back to Mina. Now there's 2-3 issues we have in Muzdalifah on the morning, which I would explain to you, and be transparent with you, and then these decisions are yours, because as I mentioned, this is your Hajj, so you would decide what you would like to do on these bases. Once we wake up in Muzdalifah, what tends to happen is, again, the bus system is the same, but on this particular day, the bus system crashes. It crashes in the sense is, every group leader or every person is his wish to be the first one to go into Mina. So there's a lot of pushing and shoving. A lot of the group leaders are bringing their groups, breaking the lines. There's no system whatsoever. Every year this happens. There's no leader there, or there's no organizer there. It's just they leave. There are organizers there to get the buses to stop and get people on there, but there's no proper system, because everyone is abusing the system there on this particular day. So what we do as a group, we are there for Hajj. We're not there to ruin our Hajj. We are patient. If people are pushing through, we let them push, but we need to be patient and wait for our turn, and we will go to Mina on that particular bus. We will go to Mina anyway, so there's no rush. It's not like we have to get in Mina within an hour. Be it 2 hours, 3 hours, we be patient. We don't want to injure anyone, because there's a lot of shoving and pushing. Even ladies get pushed around. So please, on this particular day or morning of Muzdalifah, look after your ladies. Look after one another. Make sure even the elderly get onto the bus as well, because a lot of people push. And so please, this is one of the worst or part of Hajj that I've experienced previously. Another thing people can do, and people tend to do in our group, which is entirely up to you, and this is something that you can tell us. Some people do the walking Hajj. They don't want to use the transport. They say, we want to walk from Makkah to Mina, Mina to Arafat, Arafat to blah blah blah. All the Hajj they're walking. We will give you our bearings, meaning where we're going to be camping. We give you all the numbers on that particular day before Hajj in Makkah Hajj seminar. You can walk. Again, some people don't walk, but they take all the transport with us. But on Muzdalifah morning, they are so tired and frustrated with seeing all this shoving and pushing. They say, okay, we'll walk. But just inform us that you're going to walk, so we know that you've left us and you're going to walk back to the Mina tent. If you're asking what the distance is from Muzdalifah to Mina, it's about an hour's walk from Muzdalifah to Mina, to our tents roughly, depending on where we're going to be staying and where this time we're going to be allocated our Mina tents. But it is roughly about 45 minutes to an hour's walk, slow pace. People have done this the previous year, and what tends to happen, they get there before us walking, and then we arrive in the buses because some elderly people can't walk. Young people who can walk, they are more than welcome to walk, but just inform us that you're going to walk that last leg if you get frustrated and if you haven't got the patience. Once we get into Mina on the Muzdalifah morning, once we've migrated from Muzdalifah to Mina, we will stay in Mina for another 10 to 15 minutes. Is for people to freshen up, and then what we tend to do is we say after half an hour we will all as a group go to Jamarat. There is no transport provided on the day of Jamarat. So from Mina to Jamarat there is no transport provided. All the world is walking. You will see this. There is no transportation. So people might be asking what's the distance or timing. From Mina our tents to Jamarat is 1 hour's walk. We will all take you together as a group. We will have some boards up in our hand which you'll be able to follow. Keep your water bottles with you because it gets hot when we're going to Jamarat. On the way there is water coolers in between, so you can refill these. You can refill these obviously from the Mina tents. Keep yourself hydrated. The more you hydrated you are, the less heat you will feel. So make sure you pack your bottles, these ones or other bottles, with you when you're going to the Jamarat stoning. Again, umbrellas are really important. Make sure you take umbrellas with you, because the time we will going to Jamarat will be roughly about 12 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun's gonna be right at the top of the mercury, and it'll be about 40 degrees. So that's another thing you need to remember and keep in mind as well. Once we are in Jamarat, inshallah, we'll do the stoning. We'll hit the first shaitan only on that particular day, and from there on, there is no, again, we have to walk from Jamarat towards Makkah. There's two options here again, because there is no transport provided by the muallims on this particular day, purely because they can't organize anything, and it's difficult for the system to run on this particular day. So there is no transport provided again on this particular day from Jamarat to Makkah. Some people might be listening and thinking, how are we going to, like elderly people can't walk. There's two options. One option is what I would recommend, what we do every year, and another option is, obviously this is the choice you make, but there's two options for you to go to Makkah. One option is obviously you walk from Jamarat to Makkah, which we do personally every year. It's a good walk, you enjoy it, it's the relief of Hajj being completed kind of thing. You can talk on the way back, and then you walk into Makkah. Again, people might think, what's the walking distance? From Jamarat to Makkah is 1 hour's walk again. If you're Slave Paisa, it's about an hour and a half walk. The second option, what's the second option? The second option is from Jamarat, you walk just out of the area of Jamarat, which we can guide you to. There's transports available. The transportation is available to take you to Makkah. But you got to remember, this is the day of Eid. Everyone is trying to make some money there. So the prices for taxis are sky high. These are the disadvantages which I will tell you. The prices are sky high. You don't know which areas he will drop you off in. And third disadvantages, which people have experienced in the past, they'll go into a taxi, they'll sit in a taxi, and they'll just be stuck in traffic permanently for 2-3 hours, and they give up and they come out of the taxi and then they walk the rest of the journey by foot. So this is why going through all that hassle, paying money, sitting in the taxi for hours, and then walking the last journey again is headache. Even if a taxi driver gets you there smoothly through the back routes within 5 to 20 minutes, he might drop you off far away from Haram because the roads are going to be blocked. You've got to remember the roads are blocked. So from there, it's going to take another half hour to walk. This is why we recommend you walk from Jamarat to Makkah. I will be inshallah walking, so if you'd like to join me, many people join us every year, and I'm sure this year as well people will join us to walk who are healthy and able to walk. Then what will happen is, once we get to Makkah, I will not disappear, but our staff, some of them will disappear to do Qurbani for you. Now, once you have done your stoning, again, you will use the numbers which we've given you, the serial numbers, for argument's sake, 1, 2, 3 or 55, 56. You will text us to say Jamarat stoning done for 55 or 56. That is if you're doing it on your own. Obviously, if you're traveling, if you're going Jamarat and doing it with you as a group, and you're with us in the group, we will know this person has done the stoning, this person has done the stoning. And because you're traveling to Makkah, or you've traveled to Makkah, you will just have access to your room. Your rooms in Makkah are there from the day we check in to the day we check out. Once we get into Makkah, you will go into your rooms and you will wait for us to give you an instruction to say you are ready to take your ihram off because we've done your Qurbani. We do your Qurbani privately because this is the best method for us, and we would like to do your Qurbani because we'd like to see the animal get slaughtered in front of us. It's for our satisfaction to know that the Qurbani has done. On this particular thing, it's an open invite. If the men or the gentlemen would like to travel with us to go witness this, or see the Qurbani done, they'll inform us, and we'll happily, obviously, you will come with us to the slaughterhouse and witness all this happen, as all the slaughters. So you are in your hotels and you're waiting for us to inform you that we've done your Qurbani. Once your qurbani is done, obviously the men will go shave their heads and then they will cut their mahram's hair as well. You would then come into your normal clothing. After the time for us to complete the qurbani, it's about past experience. It's about till Asr time. So at Asr time, once the qurbani is done, you obviously will be in your normal clothing. You will have food. Inshallah, we'll provide you food on this particular day in the hotel. Again, same in SR restaurant area. You come into your normal clothes and you go to Masjid al-Haram and you do your tawaf, which is tawaf al-ziyarah. Once you've done tawaf al-ziyarah, you will come back obviously to your hotel again, and this, by just to give it a rough estimate, the time would be 10 after Isha, 10, 11 o'clock at night. So you got to remember and you got to mentally prepare yourself. The hardest day of Hajj physically for me and for others which I've experienced is the day of Muzdalifah. So when we wake up from Muzdalifah, because there's many things we have to do. We have to wake up in Muzdalifah. I'm just going to do a recap on this. We wake up in Muzdalifah. From Muzdalifah we go to Mina, Mina to Jamarat, Jamarat to Makkah. Then from Makkah we do Tawaf al-Ziyarah, and then from Makkah, Tawaf al-Ziyarah, we need to get back to Mina. Again, there is no transport provided from Makkah to Mina. What we tend to do is we'll have a figure of people, because some people don't go and do the stoning because they're elderly or they're ill or they fall ill. So we have about 80 people every year who would like to come back with us from Mina, from Makkah, sorry, to Mina. And some people say, okay, we know the way, we'll go ourselves as well. What it is, the next thing is, so once, what we do is we arrange buses, private buses, and then we ask what the fare is for that particular bus, and then we know there's 50 people, so we split the fares in between for 50 people. For argument's sake, roughly it comes out to be 150 riyals per person. Please don't hold me to this 150 riyals. It could be more this year, it could be less, but we will inform you when we're going to have further Hajj seminars in Makkah. And once we've got the bus will come collect us and take us to Mina that same night. Now again with the bus, once we pay the bus driver, be it he moves 100 meters and drops us off, there is no refund on the bus money. Once the driver takes the money, we can't get you a refund. But the bus driver won't drop us off 100 meters, he will take us to Mina. But what happens is on this particular day, every road is blocked to go into Mina because they are stopping all these private buses from coming into Mina tents. So what tends to happen is sometimes if we're lucky, we probably come right outside our tent. Sometimes if the buses are, the traffic is blocked, roads are blocked, then we'll have to be stuck in traffic, and then we'll give up at 3, 4 in the morning, which is Fajr time, and say, look, let's just walk it. This is something we will decide and do on the spot. Judging the situation, we'll make this decision of make this decision that do we take the bus or not take the bus. The next thing which I think we need to mention, and then obviously we are in Mina now. We'll get to Mina inshallah before Fajr or after Fajr. Some people who will walk, I remind you again, if you get lost, it's difficult for us to understand which location you're in because all the poles in Mina are same. Everything is just photocopied in Mina. It's difficult, so excuse me. So I would recommend you join us and stay with us and stick around with us. Join the buses, take the buses. It's only 15-20 riyals or 15-20 pounds extra, but it's less headache for you as well. And you're obviously with us because we're experienced. Once we're in Mina, obviously we'll sleep that night, or Fajr time, read Fajr, sleep. We'll wake up, and then again Zawal time we'll go do the stoning. There are again no buses or transportation, so we'll walk an hour to Mina, and then from Mina back to our tent is another hour's walk. So it's another 2 hours walk on the following day for the second day of Shaitan. On this particular day we'll hit the 3 Shaitans, the first, second, third. Then we come back, pray Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, sleep. Next morning, which is the final day of Mina, again we will go from Mina to Jamarat. It's another hour's walk. And now once you've done the last day of stoning, hit the 3 Shaitans, you will have 2 options here with you. The options are, you either walk back from Mina, from Jamarat, sorry, to Mina, which is another hour's walk, and then you wait for the buses which will take you back to Makkah. That's one option. The second option is you walk from Jamarat to Makkah, which is another hour's walk, and you will be in Makkah in your hotel room. So there's two options that you will have on this particular day. It's both ways. You will have to walk an hour, but if you walk an hour to Makkah, you get to Makkah. If you walk an hour back, then you come back to Mina, and then you wait for the buses. The buses gets you, and then you move on towards Makkah, which the buses will take us. Again, because the hotel of ours is in the central location, maybe we get there for a certain time, and the roads will be blocked, so it will just drop you off at the bridge, which is nearby from our hotel. If you want to wait the bus, then you wait for the bus for the roads to open, and we go back near where our hotel is. This would, inshallah Aziz, the last day of our stoning is completed. We'll complete our Hajj apart from Tawaf al-Wida. That means we're leaving Makkah, so we need to do one more Tawaf. Tawaf al-Wida is the last arkan of Hajj. It is very important. Otherwise, it's so important that even if you leave Makkah and you have to come back and do Tawaf al-Wida, that's how important Tawaf al-Wida is. So we will have to do Tawaf al-Wida before we leave for Medina. Inshallah Aziz, we will tell you when we're leaving for Medina. I will just come on to briefly to talk about Medina as well. But then you will have enough time for you to do Tawaf al-Wida. We'll inform you when we have the Hajj seminar in Makkah that this is the particular day we are leaving for Medina. I think I have briefly, or more extensively covered how the manasiks of Hajj, how we're moving from one place to another. Obviously, I think there are questions coming through. I will answer them as well. But just briefly and lastly, I would like to cover Medina journey and back home. How we're going to get back to the UK again, and then inshallah Aziz, I'll be finished talking, and then we are still getting questions. I can see them come through our WhatsApp group, so inshallah Aziz, I'll answer them one by one as well. Yes, so Medina, okay, we plan to, this is our intention every year, that because the package has 3 days or 2 days in Medina. We try to maximize, because we finished in Makkah, we try to maximize our days in Medina as possible, or time in Medina. So last year what we did was, we asked for the buses to arrive after Fajr time. However, because there was a couple of accidents, road accidents that had with the coach drivers sleeping onto the buses, and people obviously being martyred on this bad accident, the ministry put a rule in to say, no bus will leave after Fajr, it will only leave after Zohar to Medina. So these are the problems we faced last year. If you can see, we would put on your itinerary that we're going to leave after Fajr, but every year there's a rule change. This year, we don't know what the rule is, but there's our whispers that they might not let us go on the day we actually have planned as a group to go to Medina. So at the moment, this is only whispers, it's not confirmed, but if it's confirmed, then we'll have a less day in Medina. However, there is nothing that we can do, because it's the rule that these guys have created this year, the Saudi government has created. We'll have to follow this. We are trying our best, and we will try our best to leave on the day that's scheduled into the itinerary, and we follow our itinerary strictly. But please, you've got to remember, and we are informing you beforehand, that maybe this issue might come up where we won't be able to leave Medina on a particular day or time. Our intentions are, obviously, we know that the time we have in our package is limited, and we try to give you as maximum time in Medina as possible. But again, if this doesn't happen, then we have no say, because it's the government that they will change the rule instantly on the spot. It's not something they've informed us. If they did inform us today, we would inform you, but it's something, it's in 50-50. 50-50 at the moment. So what's the next thing is, once we get into inshallah Aziz Medina, again it's we will come into a welcome center like we came into Makkah. We'll hand our passports in, they'll give us cards, we'll go check into Medina. In Medina, the food is provided by the hotel. It's full board again, breakfast, lunch and dinner. In Makkah, the dinner is our caterer. We hire an outside caterer, so we can control many things in the food we provide. In Medina, we can't control this. It's whatever the hotel provides, it's what it is. And I mean, the hotel provides good food anyway, but it's just, we've experienced that people say our hotel food in Makkah was better than the hotel in Medina, but this is something because it's more catered to our Hujjaj, whereas in Medina it's intercontinental food where it's catered for every single person because they have people from all over the world and there's different types of dishes in Medina. We'll have again a seminar in Medina as well, inshallah Aziz. Obviously it will be a wind-up seminar to say thank you for coming with us and everything, and from whatever was on my mind, whatever experience I had, I personally believe that I've covered everything, and inshallah, I mean it is coming up past 10 o'clock, so I have covered everything that was in my mind. And inshallah Aziz, yes, one more thing I'd like to add on to this is by law, even though we haven't explained coming back to UK, which I'll explain again, which I didn't even touch, so I'll explain this now. We'll stay in Medina for the days we are going to stay. Regarding, some people might have questions, where is the best place to buy dates? We would recommend, obviously, because Hajj in Makkah is going to be hectic for you. You're going to be doing your prayers, you're going to be doing tawafs and everything. So I would recommend you do some of your shopping in Medina. Again, if you're going to buy your dates from Makkah, you have to then again drag those dates from Makkah to Medina and then from Medina back to the UK. So it's good if you buy your dates in Medina. This is just a recommendation. Again, your shopping wise as well, it's entirely up to you. You know how good of a shopper you are. Another thing is, even though we are flying from Medina direct to Heathrow Airport, that's how the flight is booked. This is what we've paid for, unless the airline has some issues which they change. They won't change, and there's nothing that you need to worry about because I'm mentioning this, but anything could happen, and they might have a change of flight where they say, all right, you're going to go from Medina to Jeddah, Jeddah outwards to London, or maybe Medina to Riyadh and Riyadh to Heathrow Airport. It's not that we are on this plane of indirect. We are booked 100% direct from Medina to London Heathrow Airport, but it's just good I mentioned this just in case some people have this query, or it might have a change of plan on the airport. But this is nothing we can do. It's the airline that is going to make this decision. They don't make this decision, but it's just a plan B that I'm trying to feed into your brains in case anything happens. Again, even though we're flying from Medina, the buses will come 12 hours before our flight. It's just a ministry rule. They will send the buses 12 hours before. Pack your luggages, keep everything ready, and ready to board the plane back to the UK. We have all these issues every year. Please, you know your luggage limits. I will again tell you your luggage limits is 46 kg. 46 kg per person, but that 46 kg can't be in one bag. You have to have two suitcases. So one suitcase is allowed 23, the other suitcase is allowed 23, and another 7 kg in hand carry. Another thing I would like to add, in the hand carry for the men's, remember, if you are changing your ihram at the airport, don't put your ihram in your luggage and get this checked in. You need to have your ihram in your hand carry if you are changing your ihram at the airport or the plane. You must remember this, because then it's really difficult. You're going to land at the airport without an ihram, and you have to do dam, and it's be a qurbani for you or sadaqah. So remember these things. Again, 23 kgs per 6 kgs per person, 23 kg in one suitcase, and 7 kgs is allowed. Zamzam, regarding Zamzam, 5 liters is allowed per person at Medina Airport. It's I think last time it was 10 or 15 riyals or 9 riyals per bottle per person. You can buy these. If you intend to bring more Zamzam, what you can do is you can add that into your suitcase and take it as a luggage weight rather than the Zamzam. But this is something that you will have to do if you have less luggage. Again, dates wise, there's no restriction of how many dates you can bring. Again, I'm sure everyone is aware the 100 ml restriction that is from the UK flying out with hand luggage. So don't put any creams or anything in your hand luggage, and you don't even need them, because obviously you will be in your ihram, so you will be restricted from using your lotions and everything. Apart from the people, if you have eczema or any you're injured, then obviously you're allowed to use your creams or medication on your hand or whatever you're injured from. Apart from that, I think I would like to thank you for listening to me and putting up with me for 4 hours. Obviously it would be more joyful having everyone in a seminar hall or something, but because our dimension or the geography we are in, and people are based from all over the UK, alhamdulillah, it's difficult for them to come, and it just becomes a waste of time and energy. But at least is recorded. You can view in your own time. You can share this with people who are going within your family. They might be going with a different group. Share this video with them. It's informative. I mean, it helps in many ways as well. And alhamdulillah, I hope and pray everyone has a great Hajj. I pray Allah forgive us, forgive me if I've explained anything wrong, if I've made any mistake in explaining Hajj properly, or if I've made a mistake in explaining the package to you properly. But inshallah, Aziz, we intend to the bottom of our heart for you to have a smoother journey. We work entirely and we work round the clock extremely hard to make sure you have an amazing journey at Hajj, and a Hajj that you would remember for the rest of your lives. Again, the Hajj, the people who are traveling with us this year, alhamdulillah, they are based on recommendation. Most 40 to 50% people who are coming with us this year are based on recommendation. It's because simply we provide the best possible service we can within our physical strength to make sure that you suffer no problems, and we are there to help you as well, inshallah. I'm aware of some doctors on our group as well, so alhamdulillah, that's a good advantage. We always have doctors on with us, and they are more than happy to help if someone has an injury as well. One thing I'd like to remember, talking about injuries, when we are in Mina, please be really careful when you are going to the toilets. There are gutterings there, there are rails for gutters there which are not secure properly, and last year we had some incidents where people did injure and graze their legs, and it's really painful doing it in the first day. So be really careful when you're going into the washrooms. Be really careful of your ihrams when you are using the washrooms, because people from all walks of life come, and sometimes the conditions are really bad in the toilet. But this is something, you're there for a day, and obviously when thousands of people are using the same washing facilities, it does become dirty. Apart from that, I think I've covered everything, but the things I haven't covered, I'm sure there's questions piled up for me, and then we'll just quickly run through those questions. Once again, obviously, once the seminar is finished, it doesn't mean your questions can't come through. Again, we are on this WhatsApp group, and we are awake up until late. I answer your questions as well. If you don't want to write on the WhatsApp group, you can message me privately, you can ring our offices, you have all the numbers. And I think I would like to add, some people might have tuned in now, it's regarding your visas. Please don't panic about your visas. Alhamdulillah, as I mentioned, 80 to 90% of the people have got the visas. Some people have already collected, and obviously the reason of doing this is so I am briefing everyone who comes into the office, meets me, or go to the London office in case they have any questions, and I don't want to have 124 people waiting for me and saying, oh, you're making a fool of us, making us wait for this long. So we're doing it family-wise, and people who are asking for postages, we're posting them. And inshallah, Aziz, on the group, I'll put it on that once we have completed. So inshallah, Aziz, tomorrow we'll have some more visas come through, because tomorrow's Monday from the embassy. So we should have about 90% of people's visas with us, inshallah. That's it from me. Regarding the full group, so full seminar, we went through introduction, package, how we're going to meet up, Hajj terminal, Umrah, Hajj we briefly went into, and now obviously the last topic which I said I will come into, which is the question and answers, and another thing, so I'll come on to question and answers. I'll read some question and answers if you make that a bit bigger for me on the left hand side, and then we'll be able to just make the screen a bit larger so I can read. So there's another question, so I'll read the questions. I won't read people's names out, because obviously I'm sure people don't want to have the names put up as well. Mina and using the facility toilet shower. Is it recommended to take drinking water with you to do wudu, especially when rinsing the mouth and nose, rather than using the tap water for safety? Regarding this question, it's entirely up to you what you would like to do. It's because the water is clean there, and I personally use the water to wash my nose and gargle through with that. But if you're fragile, your health is fragile to water, then obviously there is water bottles that inshallah we will provide you for drinking water. And if you want, then you can take those water bottles by all means. I had use use that particular mineral water to wash your face or your nose and your mouth. You know your personal requirements more than I do. We have some information about you, people who are ill, people who are diabetic. We take these medical conditions about you, but apart from that, you know more about yourself than I do. So you need to look after yourself. You need to cater for yourself. Another thing about looking after yourself is the first day, and I would recommend this. I would highly recommend this, be it if people like this or not. That once the first day when we will do Umrah, second day people tend to rush to doing Umrah because it's your excitement. You're the first time there. Please, please, please don't do a second Umrah the second day. Do your first Umrah, which you will travel from UK. Do your first Umrah, get a day's break or 2 days break, and on the third day do your Umrah. Umrah is not farz. You're going there for Hajj. Hajj is farz. If you get ill, if you fall ill, people do fall ill because they think they can do it. They think they're physically ready. Maybe you are prepared because you walk 10 miles a day. You're getting ready for Hajj. But let me tell you, you're not used to the 40-degree heat. In Saudi Arabia, you're not used to the body heat. There's millions of people around you. You're not used to that body heat. And that body heat beats you down and it will make you ill. So this is why it's good you do your first Umrah, which is obviously will be important because we will pass Miqat. Do your first Umrah, rest a day or two, take proper rest, and then if you would like to do Umrah for your family or friends or deceased, do another Umrah, but prepare yourself for Hajj. This is why you're going. Inshallah, may Allah give you the strength to go on Umrah again and again. Inshallah, you can go in December again. If you can, Umrah is open all year round. But the thing is with Hajj, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm sure you're as excited to fly as I am. Every year when I fly out, I get excited about Hajj. It's because meeting you wonderful people, and it's an amazing journey. When I come back, I make loads of friends, and it's amazing. So please, look after yourself, keep yourself hydrated, have a lot of fruits. We inshallah provide fruits on breakfast, lunch and dinners as well. So eat a lot of fruits and drink a lot of water as well. Another question is, now we're coming to the questions. Is it safe to store money in the hotel room? To answer this, it depends on how you're gonna, what do you mean by storing the money in the hotel? Because obviously, the days you're staying into Makkah, you can store your money. Obviously, you will have your suitcase where you will store your money, but there is no safe in the hotel room because it's a 2-star hotel. But the thing is, people are sharing rooms as well. Some people are in sharing rooms. I am not saying by all means that someone is going to nick your money, but this is entirely up to you. It's your money, it's your responsibility. You keep it in your safe possessions. But it is safe to keep the whole money in your hotel room. When we are going to go for Mina, obviously we are away for 3 to 4 days. What happens is the hotel management has a safe where we will give you an envelope. You wrap all your money belongings in it. You tape it around, put your name and room number, and you can hand your packet or parcel, be it gold, because ladies might have gold, or money, or the men might have money, whatever. You can hand it over to us. We'll hand it over to the management. They keep it in a safe, and then when we come back from obviously Mina days are over, you can come collect your money or your parcels off the hotel management. But again, obviously we don't take responsibility if anything gets lost. Nothing does get lost. Even you leave money in your hotel room, and that you would have your room keys all the way out through in Makkah. You can, when we go to Mina, you can leave your keys in the reception. If you don't want to leave it in the reception, you carry it with you. But then if you lose your room key, then obviously there's a charge for you to get a new key back and stuff like that. So it's headache. So it's good you leave your key with the reception when we go to Mina. Also, another question is, people with dual nationality should keep their both passports. I guess that's what it says. Yes, people with dual nationality, it's good to keep both passports with you. But because the whole purpose is that our passport that you're going to keep is just going to be your passport with a Hajj visa. That is going to get taken away from you at the Hajj terminal when we land. So just keep your other passport with you, which is, for argument's sake, to bring you back to which will have your residence permit for the UK or for any other country. So please just bring those, keep those passports with you if you want to bring them back, but please make sure you keep everything safe with you. Another question is, on the 10th Zil Hajjah, once we perform Tawaf Ifada, can we go, is it permissible to go to our hotel room to shower, shave heads, get changed, etc.? Okay, so basically the question is, on the 10th of Zil Hajjah, when we've done Tawaf Ziyarah, meaning when we've come back from Jamarat and we've done the Tawaf, what do we do after that? This is the question. The question is, once you've done Tawaf Ziyarah or Tawaf Ifada, as someone has asked, what you will do is, you will come back to your hotel. As I mentioned, you will have all your keys with you. You will have your keys with you, or at reception. You will check in, but you will not shave your... no, sorry, that was a confusing question, but now I'm going to a different part now. Because Tawaf Ziyarah, once you've done your Jamarat, sorry, I've explained this completely a bit wrong, because the question was two questions and I've gotten muddled up into this. So once you've done Jamarat, you will come back to your hotel, but you won't do Tawaf Ziyarah or Tawaf Ifada till we've told you that we've done your Qurbani. Once we have told you you have done your Qurbani, in that meantime we are doing your Qurbani or the sacrifice, you are waiting in your rooms. There's no other place for you to wait, because you'll be tired after all that an hour's walk, so you probably sleep or you get some rest anyway. This is what 100% people do anyway. After you've done that an hour's walk, or you come back from Jamarat to Makkah, you're completely drained, you would sleep anyway. And then we'll inform you, or you wake up and realize, oh, there's a text message from us to say your Qurban is done. Then you will go shave your head off. Then you would cut the hair for your mahram. Once you've done that, you would come into normal clothing. Once you've come out with normal clothing, then you will go do Tawaf Ziyarah or Tawaf Ifada as it's called. And then once you've done Tawaf Ziyarah, you will come back to the hotel and you will have food or dinner, whatever's available for you. And then from there, as we decided, we will need to go back to Mina. We will arrange a bus for everyone, which everyone's going to chip into. Say, argument say it's 3,000 riyals or 4,000 riyals for the bus. We will divide it on the people that are planning to go with us, and then we will go back to Mina. If I haven't answered that question properly, then brother or sister, whoever that was, you can ask me that question again. Going on to another question is, I have my Nikah Nama stapled to my current passport, which has my Hajj visa on it. Do I need to leave it or can I detach it? It's entirely up to you. You won't need a Nikah Nama anymore. The Nikah Nama was needed for us to provide proof to the embassy that you are married to this person. Obviously, we know or believe you are married, but the embassy doesn't know, because the surnames don't match. This is why we ask for Nikah Nama, which is a marriage certificate, to say you are married to this particular person, just to prove, or the embassy needs to know that you are going with your proper mahram. That's the only reason of asking your Nikah Nama, but you don't need to bring your Nikah Nama to the airport. But I don't think your Nikah Nama is huge or heavy. If it's stapled with a passport, it's fine, because in the future, once you come back, because we've organised everything with you, you can see that you won't need it'll come in handy, because it'll stay in a safe place, because you keep your passport in a safe place. Just another thing, I think I've put the passport away, but I would like to come onto the passport back side. It's you have on the back side of your passport, you have a pocket here. In that pocket, there are some pictures of yours which you sent to us regarding for the passport pictures. So I would just like to bring this passport up and just show you here. Here is a passport, and then here's a pocket here where we put your spare passport pictures. Please take them with you in case we need to use your pictures for any admin purposes or any new law that comes into Saudi that you need a picture. So these are spares for you to keep, obviously, but please bring them along. Don't take them out. And obviously, if they stay in your passport, in the future, if you're traveling to a different country for a visa and you need it, at least you have spare pictures in a safe place. This is why we give you these. Just to run down, these are your serial numbers on the bottom left-hand corner. For this particular lady, it's 100. And again, there's on the side here, there's another 100 here, if you can see. Just to see, yeah, your meningitis certificate are already stapled if it's in a paper form, so just leave them as well. If it's a card form, then you'll be able to see that we've put them onto this side of the wallet of your passport copy. And that's about it. Yeah, okay, we have another question. Is 5 litre of Zamzam per person included in 40 kg? No. The 40 kg is just weight. 5 litres Zamzam is free, allowed by the Saudi airline per person. So if the question is by brother Shazan Iqbal, and your answer is maybe, I think if you're traveling with another person of yours, so you're allowed 5 litres, your spouse or your parent, whoever's traveling with you, is allowed another 5 litres. So 10 litres if there's 2 people allowed to bring the Zamzam, and 46 kg is obviously not included in the Zamzam, in your whole weight. 5 litres is separate, and the 40 kg is separate, and the 7 kg, which is the trolley hand luggage, is separate. Remember, don't overload on the way back. This is going to happen. Don't overload over 7 kgs with your hand luggage, because ladies or gentlemen stuff their bags with 10 kgs. They do check at the Medina airport if it's more than 7 kgs, and they will just tell you to reduce the weight, and then it's a waste of energy and time, and you'll feel bad because it might have someone's present, and then you will have to leave it at the airport. Someone's asked, we are planning to walk to Mina on 8th Dhul Hijjah, inshallah. Okay, and do you know what our camp number will be in Mina? As I mentioned in previously, that some people might be walking, and that's a good question someone's asked us. Obviously, you are planning to walk to Mina on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. We have no issues with that. But the thing is, you've asked, which is the main person, how are you going to locate us? Because we don't have a camp number. At the moment, we have no camp number. This is going to happen when we will all land into Makkah, and then when we will go and visit the tents, and when we go to set up all the tents, and we have to tell the Muallim, we have 40 ladies and 15 men, for argument's sake, and they will put the split. Then we will know our tent numbers, and then we will come back and inform. Then that same night we have a seminar in Makkah. In that seminar, we would tell you what our tent number is, and obviously we will be using the same WhatsApp group in Makkah as well, and we'll put pictures up on the WhatsApp to say this is our tent number. But then again, it's not hard these days to locate tents. It's because obviously technology, GPS is around. We can send you the location of the tent, and then you can GPS and put your Google Maps up, and Google Maps will bring you to that location. Maybe someone who's walking, they might be asking me, or they might have this question in their mind. Yes, we do have Google Maps does work there as well, so you can follow that, and inshallah you'll be able to find us in Mina and inshallah Al-Fat as well. In Muzdalifah, there's no tent numbers because it's open air, so it's difficult if you're walking to locate us as well. We'll quickly move on to the next question because it's coming up to 10:30. Can people walk from Makkah to Mina? For those that can, or do we have to take the bus? Okay, people who are walking from, leave that question up because there's another part onto that as well. Can people walk from Makkah to Mina? Let me just get this question right. From people walking from Makkah to Mina, for those that can people walk from Makkah to Mina? For those that can, or do we have to take the bus? Same with Mina to Arafat and Muzdalifah. Okay, again, this is your Hajj. We will have the facility, or we will provide, or we are obliged to provide you, or we are contracted to provide you all these buses where we promised you. For argument's sake, the first question is from Makkah to Mina, we are providing you a bus. If you are intending to walk, then obviously you will walk. Then you might get tired. This, from what the question I am assuming, this is what you're trying to say. You might get tired, or you might give up halfway. This is what most people do. You have the energy mentally think, I'll go walk it because it's more sawab. But then physically you get drained halfway through. What do you do in that situation? In that situation, what you can do is you'd be able to, from Makkah to Mina, you might get a private taxi which will drop you off from somewhere near Jamarat, not into Mina, because there's no private taxis allowed into Mina. Small taxis are not allowed into Mina. Even bigger cars are not allowed into Mina. Only cars that have permits by the ministry are allowed in Mina. So therefore, you will have to do the suffering of walking, or going through the headache of walking, and you'll have to walk. Again, and the next part of the question was, same with Mina to Arafat and Muzdalifah. It's the same again from Mina, same with Mina to Arafat, you'll have to walk. If you can't walk at that particular time, you give up, what I think you'll be able to do, now no one has done this in the past, but the maktab number is, for example, I'm going to say 46 hours. Ours is not 46, but I'm just saying this as an example. If our maktab number is 46, it'll have a sticker onto the front mirror of the bus. If you stop the bus driver, if he stops, then you can get onto that bus, and that bus will bring you into our area. That, no one's experienced this, I haven't experienced, but this is a suggestion. If that happens with you and you're walking, then inshallah we'll be able to help you and guide you as well. Another question someone who asked is, can you make a group for the people who want to walk? Yes, we can make a group for people who want to walk, but this is something, obviously without meeting you guys, we can't make a group because I don't know who wants to walk. So what tends to happen, and obviously I'm not saying this is the first time people are intending to do the Hajj by walking, it's on the day, once obviously when you have these, once you will meet one another at the airport, obviously you won't straight away start asking each other questions, say, where is our, or who's walking. But then once we get into Mina, once we've done our Umrah, after that people start socializing on lunches and dinners and breakfast. Then obviously we can put the questions up and saying, can please, people who are walking, contact brother Shiraz or brother Iqbal, whoever, and then we'll make a group leader out of you guys who's done it in the past. And then obviously you can make a group amongst yourself, and you guys can decide amongst yourself that we will walk. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's ladies who intend to walk with their husbands. There's been mothers in the past as well who've walked with their sons, walking Hajj, and it brings you more closer together rather than just going on buses. Because what happens is when you're traveling on the buses, you just try and get the best seat possible in the bus, and then you end up hating one another. But when you're walking, you're suffering, and then you're helping one another. For example, there was an old lady last year who went in a wheelchair, and her son pushed it, but then there were some young guys with them. They helped the young boy push his mother's wheelchair, and they become mates they gelled together, they bonded together, and they became more stronger as friends as well. And even till today they're friends, and alhamdulillah, it brings you more closer together. So that's one of the things regarding walking and doing the Hajj as well. Inshallah, I will answer all your questions, but in detail we'll come on to more questions. Another regarding Hajj, sorry. Do our hotel rooms have mini fridge? Thinking about taking diabetic insulin pens that require cold storage as well as bottle of waters, etc. Yes, I'm sure our hotels, yes they do. Our hotels have mini fridges in Mecca and in Medina. Just to remind you that some of our staff is flying out on the 30th of August, and the reason of them flying out is they make sure each individual room is perfectly, clean. There's no issues with it. All the lighting, all the furniture is working. The air conditioner is working. So we make sure, this is the reason of flying out a day or two earlier from the UK. So please, what it is that if your hotel room toilet flush is not working or the AC is not working, please have patience, because what tends to happen is we do check everything's working, but there are mechanical things they can break down easily, and obviously you will inform us, but then people come straight away as soon as they checked in and start complaining. Obviously the hotel, it's their responsibility to fix it, and then we do push your complaints and ask them to fix this, and they do fix it, but it's not something instantly we'll be able to do, because obviously we are managing the group as well when they're checking in. Someone asked, can you explain Hajj draft, please? I think Hajj draft doesn't need to be explained in detail to you guys, because it's it's an admin process we do. But just to go about, the Hajj draft is we have to pay for the buses. These Hajj drafts are paid towards the buses, and that's about it. We've paid already a Hajj draft, because this year they made it electronically. Last year there used to be a check where that check they used to take off you. We used to give you a check out, and that check they used to go to obviously the Saudi government, and they used to take it off you at the airport, and then they used to give that sticker which I explained. So you won't need to worry about what Hajj draft is in detail. You all have a Hajj draft electronically, because this year, once your visa is stamped, you had to pay for the Hajj draft for you to get the visa stamped. So if your visa is stamped, that means you've paid for the Hajj draft, but you will get that sticker which I showed you previously in the videos, in the previous videos. Will we have access to an iron in the hotels, please? So as soon as we get there, we can iron. I don't think you need to iron, or you'll have the energy to iron clothes when you get to Makkah. Trust me on this, you'll be completely drained out. And I would recommend some people, obviously, I'm sure people are, some people take these clothes, people are already packing for Hajj. So what I can recommend is you iron some of your clothes there, but you won't need to iron because we're providing you laundry service anyway. And the laundry guy or the dry cleaners who will bring your clothes back washed, they will iron them for you as well. So I don't see the need of you needing an iron. You can take some clothes iron from here, couple of clothes. So as soon as you finish Umrah, you have a spare clothes, fresh clothes to wear it and come into. And then the next day we'll have the dry cleaners come collect the laundry, and then when he brings back your laundry, they'll be nice and washed and pressed for you. Another question someone's asked now is, the next question is, are there toilets on the buses? No, there's going to be no toilets on the buses. However, we have arranged private buses from Makkah to Medina. So inshallah there might be some buses, on these private buses we might have a toilet that might work or not might work, we don't know yet as well. But so to answer that question completely, there's no toilets on the buses. If obviously we have a long journey from Makkah to Medina, 4 to 5 hours or 6 hours, obviously we stop in for namaz, like for Zuhr or Asr, we'll stop over for lunch and dinner, whatever comes in between. So hopefully I've answered that question for you as well. If I haven't answered any question or is still unclear, please ask me the next questions. Do you have a female alma to discuss female issues while in Makkah and Medina? We don't have, or we don't particularly take a female alma to discuss female issues while in Makkah and Medina, but I'm sure this is the people who are flying and the ladies have the personal issues or health issues they have. What you can do is you can take, obviously you will do your research before you're flying out, but in case something happens, and and if you're, you can write to us. We have a suggestion box. We'll have a suggestion box that if you can't discuss this openly, you can obviously send us a message or on the group, or written message, and then we'll get these questions asked for you and give you an answer instantly, because we have ulama there in Makkah and Medina who will be able to help you with any issues. For example, when you're doing tawaf, you probably broken your hair, you broke your nail, or you scratch yourself and you started bleeding. So what do you do in those situations? We'll be able to guide you, inshallah Aziz. But obviously, again, I'll reiterate, this is your Hajj, so you need to be prepared. You need to do all the readings and background knowledge, because this is Hajj is for you. The knowledge, the things that you've left on us, which is the travel arrangements, then we have obviously made these arrangements for you, and I have told you what the arrangements are for you. Obviously, there is step-by-step guidance from us as well. So we will tell you from bit to bit. We're going to go do this. Like this, I've explained in detail in the Hajj seminars, all 3 parts. We'll explain in Makkah as well, and inshallah Aziz Medina. Any more questions you have, because from what I can see, there are no more questions. So inshallah Aziz, if you do have questions, we'll wait for another couple of minutes, and obviously thank you very much for your time. And if you have any more questions, please do ask those questions. If it's not coming in your mind and you think, I'll ask them later on, obviously the WhatsApp group is available there. Ask questions because it helps. You can do that. Right, someone just asked us a question. Can you confirm that women can go to witness the Qurbani? Yes, this is obviously this is something that we don't arrange, or we've not promised you to say we will take you to do Qurbani or do your Qurbani. No one promises this, that we do the Qurbani. But obviously, again, for men and for women, it's the same. If you would like to witness the Qurbani, you are more than welcome to join us. But then the transportation cost, whatever it's going to be, obviously you will pay on your behalf. You're going to pay this transportation cost to go from obviously from Jamarat to where the slaughterhouse is. I wouldn't recommend ladies going. Reason being, obviously, that place is filled with men. Obviously, there's no more lady. I've never seen a lady into a slaughterhouse. There's all men there. So if the lady does feel comfortable going to a slaughterhouse where there's full of men, then obviously we don't have any issues. She's gonna go there on her own accord. Again, it is gonna be men. Again, they're allowed. You're more than welcome to come, and that's it. Someone's asked, will the seminars in Makkah and Medina be in English? The seminar is going to be mixed languages. The reason I haven't spoken in Urdu or any other language, it's mainly because it would have been the same thing. I would have to repeat in English and then in Urdu as well. So I can speak Urdu, and inshallah Aziz, in Makkah and in Medina we'll have seminars in mixed languages. And obviously at the moment I can't see physically how many people would like me to speak in Urdu or English. So this is why I've gone through the default language of speaking English. But then obviously I can speak in Urdu fluently. You can ask me questions. Obviously we'll be there breakfast time, lunch time, dinner time. We'll be always there. You can ask me questions in Urdu, and inshallah me or my staff that will be available will answer your questions in Urdu. I think, oh, just come back again. Okay. Question about the Zamzam, the 5 litre per bottle per person, as you said. Do you have to purchase it, or is it provided Ministry of Hajj at the airport? Please explain. No, the ministry is just selling the Zamzam, or the government is just selling the Zamzam. So what it is, before, back in the days, you had to organize your own bottle of Zamzam and fill it up yourself, or ask someone else to fill the Zamzam bottle for you. It used to be 10 litres and then 5 litres as well back in the days. But now what they've done is a lot of people started doing cheating, making a business out of it. So the ministry has put a rule, and the airlines have put a rule that you can't take a Zamzam bottle, a normal homemade Zamzam bottle. So you have to purchase the Zamzam that is sold by the ministry or by the Zamzam factory. So there's a counter at the Medina airport where you can purchase a Zamzam, and I think this year it was in Ramadan, it was 9 riyals per bottle for a 5 litre, and this is something that you will purchase. It's not provided by us within the package. This is not the question, but I thought someone might have this question in their mind, and I'll answer that question as well. Any more questions? No? Okay, I think we'll give it a couple of more minutes in case someone has a question, but obviously if it comes then we'll answer that. If not, then inshallah I would just like to wind up. I would like to once again thank you for choosing Noori Travels for your Hajj journey, and inshallah Aziz, it will be an amazing journey, and it's a journey that you will remember for the rest of your life. Inshallah you will make a lot of new friends. You will enjoy this journey, but being you have patience, being you respect one another, and being you tell yourself you're going to Hajj, you're not going on a holiday, you're not going to indulge in the luxuries that the worldly things provide. You are going there to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If your main aim is to go to Hajj and please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us make this journey easy for me, for you as well, and it would be great for you to have a journey there as well, inshallah Aziz. Someone just asked, will there be a sheikh in our group with us? We don't take any particular sheikh with us, and the reason being is simple, that we have people from, as I mentioned at the beginning of this talk, and maybe if you've just tuned in, is people, we can't restrict people from different thoughts of background or school of thoughts of Islam to join our group. We are a group of travel agents where we welcome everyone. So be it you're a Sunni or you're a Shia or whatever school of thoughts you have, you will have, as I said, this is your Hajj, you will follow your school of thought. If we take a sheikh from a particular school of thought and he goes and delivers a speech, this is what you need to do, and your school of thought tells you something else, there's a conflict that becomes in the group, and we hate conflicts because we are going for a smoother journey. We don't want to have arguments in Hajj that, oh, this is how you do it, or this is what you do. So again, we got people from all walks of life, all school of thoughts in our group. and inshallah we will just explain the basics of Hajj, the manasiks of Hajj. If there's a different way of you doing it, you carry on doing what you're going to do. We can't stop you, we won't stop you, but please try not to stop others as well from what they're doing, because then you're gone there for Hajj, not to, you know, preach someone this is the right way. It's good, it's a good deed telling someone if something's wrong, but the world we live in, it's really difficult to tell someone this is right. If we tell them it's right, they'll be like, no, I'm right, you're wrong, and then it causes a conflict within the group, and it brings a bad atmosphere. And we're not going for Hajj on a bad atmosphere. We'd like to have, you know, a family atmosphere in our group, within our group. Another question is, I was told Hajj draft means you will provide us money to spend in Mina. Okay, this is completely wrong information that you have. The Hajj draft is not to provide us money to spend in Mina. Even I don't think personally you need money in Mina. Why would you need money in Mina? What are you going to do with this money in Mina? You are going in Mina to pray, you're asking for forgiveness, not to do shopping or buy things. There's nothing for you to buy in Mina, there's no shops in Mina. The only shops you will see in Mina is just basic things like water and food, which we will provide you in Mina anyway, or medication you need. So yes, you can take some extra money if you need. I would recommend 100, 200 riyals in your ihram pockets or your ihram belt for you to travel to Mina, but we are providing you, inshallah, everything in Mina, so I don't think you need money or any spending money in Mina. Again, everything inshallah is included, which I've explained in the package, apart from spending money. So you will need your own spending money and your gift money and everything as well, but breakfast, lunch, dinner, again, as I mentioned, is included. If you don't like the food we are providing, we will try to match your taste by saying reduce the spices or the salt in Makkah only. But if you don't like it and you're used to the English food or the English menus, there's plenty of English food available, like pizzas, burgers, and southern fried and other Mediterranean food available in Makkah, in the big Makkah towers, clock towers, which we will be able to happily guide you to tell you, or you can do some research yourself, and then you'll find many places to eat out there as well. How are you planning to pray Maghrib and Isha for the third? I think the third. Okay, maybe this question, from what I can think, is how are you planning to pray Maghrib and Isha for the third? Is most likely this question relates to Muzdalifah night. How we are planning to pray Maghrib and Isha is no, sorry, that question. Okay, I understand what that question is for. But again, I know what the question is. 3rd of September when we are flying out. How are you planning to pray Maghrib? Obviously, our plane is at 8:45 p.m. So Maghrib time will just about be touching when we are boarding. So we'll see on the time. If we've got time for Maghrib, then we are praying Maghrib at the airport in the praying area that the terminal provides. Then obviously, if we see that the airline starts pushing people to board the plane and it's Maghrib time in the plane, we have no option but you have to pray in the plane. Obviously you can't come off the plane, it's common sense. Again, Isha, you will 100% meet up on the plane, so you will have to pray in the plane as well. Again, there's praying facilities in the back of the plane, but it's a small praying facility and 2 to 3 people can sit on that pray. So obviously, when you find space there, you are more than welcome to pray there. The next question is, are you aware of a way I can take the 5 litres Zamzam into my connecting flight home to Scotland, or this is not an option for me? No, you cannot take, from what I'm aware, in the previous people who travelled with us from Glasgow, they couldn't take Zamzam on the flight. But again, what you can do, brother, is you can take the water into your luggage. So argument's sake, I'm sure this brother is from Scotland, who I'm aware of, you are not going to have 40 kilos of luggage coming back from Saudi to the UK. So what you can do is put either 10 litres, if you're planning on bringing 10 litres, as your luggage into your main luggage check-in, and take some clothes out and take that as hand luggage. This is an alternative what you can swap around regarding your Zamzam. Inshallah, these questions, if you are still not aware, we can answer these questions in more into detail once we get to Makkah, Medina, and we can tell you what the best way around it is to bring your Zamzam back home, inshallah. Okay. I'm sure there's not many other questions, and I've just been told my computer's frozen. Just give it a restart. That's the best thing from the middle. And inshallah, Aziz, I think we won't have any more questions. But if you do, I mean, we are still up and running, and you can ask me the questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. But it's coming up to about 11 o'clock, and I think we should wrap up things nicely, because the questions will start coming, and then this is something that we don't need to get you to sit on the TVs or your phones or your laptops, wherever you're sitting and watching us, and ban you to watch and listen to me. So we can answer these questions back onto WhatsApp as well, inshallah. Jazakallah khair to everyone who have tuned in, made some time and effort to listen to me and put up with my horrible voice. I hope I haven't given you a headache or made it boring, but I'm sorry. This had to be as detailed as I had to make it, and make it. This is something that it was important. I couldn't make it any more exciting as possible. But inshallah, Aziz, when we meet in person, we'll make things exciting, or we'll have a joke and two is all in between as well, inshallah. So yeah, inshallah, Aziz, we pray everyone who's listening stay safe till Hajj. You gotta stay safe because you know, look after yourself. Anything could happen. And reason we're saying this is last year, someone who was planning to go with us, we had the visas. It was the Hajj seminar. They visited, attended the Hajj seminar, and the following day they broke the leg because they were playing football and they couldn't go to Hajj. So it's important now. You know, you look after your health. You look after the people who are going on Hajj with you, because this is, believe it or not, a once in a lifetime journey that you are going to embark on. And I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes this journey as easy as possible for you, and as easy as possible for me as well, inshallah Aziz. If we need, or if we think we need to, as we mentioned previously, I think this has been a good thorough seminar, but in future, or if people think we've missed out a couple of things that I haven't mentioned, then I'm more than happy, we are more than happy to organize another seminar. But again, just to wind up, we are inshallah Aziz tomorrow back at work, and you know, I would like to thank every single one of you who has made an effort and time to, you know, join us. And obviously another main thing is, you know, you made the time and effort, taken out your lifetime and going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins, make our journey easy, make us steadfast on the path of Iman, and you know, look after yourself and look after the people around you. And I would like to take ijazah from you. If I've said anything which has hurt you in regards to shopping or money wise or anything else, trust me, it wasn't my intentions of hurting you. It's just to give you a transparent picture of Hajj and how difficult it is, and the patience you need. If you could command patience with you, if it can command the anger, if you have any anger problem, and if you can control that with you, inshallah Aziz, I promise you, you will have an amazing and a memorable Hajj journey from us. This is it. I will take a wrap up from here, and anything else, inshallah Aziz, we'll come back onto WhatsApp and answer them for you as well. Jazakallah khair. Take care of yourself. And